Last week, we had come back to Iron Fang at the start of Book 5, did a bunch of wrap-up for Book 4 stuff, and setting up the story for Book 5. A lot of role play, a lot of information got tossed around, and there was some interpersonal relationship building developments that occurred between the party as well. And everybody seemed to have worked out some differences, and they're all on the same page, ready to move forward with the adventure. And after being debriefed of the location of the sardonic shard by Carburton, you spent some days in Kragadan buying stuff, ordering things, and preparing, and then you teleported to Fort Trevally, spent a day there talking with Cobb, getting an update on how the Rangers are doing. And then you moved deeper into the Fangwood. You found a dwarven runestone and performed a ritual there to link it to the aura of the sardonic shard, and then you chipped off a piece which would kind of tug in the direction that you had to move. And you were able to get deeper and deeper into the Blight, and the further you went, the stranger things became, and you saw increasingly horrific sights with eyes showing up on the trunks of trees or on mushrooms, and weird slime coming off of vines, and very unsettling things. You have long since passed beyond the outer boundary of the Blight, and at this point you encounter a new sight. Amid the sickly trees stands the smoldering ruins of a miniature village built along a muddy creek. Searching the ruins, you easily identify them as belonging to small-sized creatures of some kind. Anybody who would like can make a knowledge nature check.
I don't have knowledge nature.
Well, then you can't make it.
I also lack the knowledge of nature.
Come on, Jessup.
Jessup's going to cast a spell first, if Jason will allow it. Investigative mind?
Sure.
I can just roll with advantage then. All right. So that's going to last for, 140 minutes. Okay. All right, so let me roll twice with advantage. Nature. Oh, crap.
Okay.
Well, natural 20 for 34 or a 30. Guess I didn't need it.
Both of those would have surpassed the DC 18. Jessup, you are able to identify this village as most likely belonging to a community of quicklings. You know that quicklings resemble short and slight elves and are generally quite wicked fae, known for their unmatched speed. Anybody who would like could also roll a survival check.
Oh, I can do one of those.
I'll roll to aid somebody.
Wait. Maybe not? Do I not have survival on Oran? Is that not a class skill?
You can still do it.
Oh, okay.
And you rolled a natural 20, so.
Here's my +0. Go! 8. I didn't even aid.
So 28.
8.
So, Oran, you are actually able to, as you guys are looking around, you're able to pick up some tracks. So again, this village, this miniature village, has been ruined, and you see massive clawed animal prints in the creek's mud. And if you point these out, everybody can kind of look at these, and you can roll a knowledge arcana check.
Ooh, I can do that. Knowledge arcana 35.
I'll aid Kieran. I auto aid.
I'll also aid.
37.
Kieran, you, looking at these tracks, you are able to identify these tracks as belonging to a Bandersnatch, a devastatingly powerful first world predator. They resemble tawny, six-legged great cats with wicked barbed quills running the length of their bodies to the tips of their tails. They usually measure up to 40 feet in length and another 10 feet of tail, and are usually about 12,000 pounds in weight.
I was going to say, that is huge. 40 feet in length. Oh my goodness.
So
Still not as big as those centipede things we fought in the one place. Those were. Aren't
Oh,
they
that's
longer?
true. They were pretty big. Yeah, how big by comparison? How big are those?
Not
Chase?
as big as those. This
Not
is
as big as-
probably the equivalent of probably a huge-sized creature, and those were like colossal.
Colossal.
Okay. Still nothing I want to face though, so I'm gonna say we look at those tracks and then we go the other way.
With all of your checks, you basically determine that this was once a Quickling village that had been massacred by a Bandersnatch, and your knowledge of both of those creatures would tell you that Quicklings, generally speaking, stand 0 chance against a Bandersnatch, and it is by no means surprising that the entire village was reduced to the state that it is. Looking around for anything left of value, you can make a perception check if you'd like.
I don't have that well, but I can still try. 17.
I'll aid Gideon. Hey, Gideon, look over here.
I'll aid Gideon.
Okay, with all of your perception checks, you are able to uncover the following items that were left behind seemingly in a rush and had not been destroyed in the ensuing massacre. You find 4 potions of cure serious wounds. You find 3 potions of good hope. And you find 7 potions of haste.
Huh, we don't need Jessup anymore.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
glad I didn't buy any of those.
oh.
And with that, you do not see anything else of note in this village. It is just a portent of the destruction you think that you will likely see as you move forward. Any communities of Fae still in the Fangwood, you think, probably suffered similar fates to these Quicklings. And as you continue onwards, deeper into the forest, you feel the tug of the runestone begin to weaken. You pick up your pace somewhat to ensure you cover as much distance as possible before the connection is fully eaten away by the Blight's corruption. The forest terrain around you continues to grow more odd, alien, and diseased, though also more stable. The trails and trees no longer seem to shift as they have up to this point, leading you to believe normal navigation might actually be possible from this point onwards. However, not long after making this realization, the runestone's power completely fades, leaving you to continue your search unaided. And before we move to the first map, I would like to bring up a topic that I forgot to start with. Oran, what, if any, communication were you planning to do with Theros?
I was gonna send him just a message asking about the Blight through that spell. What level spell is that? I'll mark that off.
Sending is a 4th level spell, but basically what I was wondering is, since it has been several days leading up to this, would you have been like preparing multiple of those and casting them continually? Because sending only allows you to speak in increments of 25 words. So in order to get more than like a summary text, you'd have to send it like, you'd have to come up with like 10 plus castings to get like a conversation going.
Oh, goodness.
So I just didn't know, like, were you under the impression that you were going to spend like maybe the entire day that you were in Trevally, just prepare like 7 of it and then every day after that just keep preparing it until you were done with the conversation? Or
That would be the thought, yeah, I guess, because that makes sense, because what else would he do while he's at Fort Trevally?
Yep, I just wanted to make sure. So I spoke with Andrew a bit, and he had mentioned that you guys were unable to match up times. So
yeah.
I have what I sent him, and I'll just rather than trying to come up with a way to convey this in 25 word increments and be super annoying about it, I will just relay to you the information that Theros would be able to.
Okay.
So, over talking with Theros, you would learn that the Dark Blight long predates any living resident of Crystalhurst. In a purely historical sense, you think the dwarves actually know more about it than the druids. However, the druids have more updated knowledge, as well as more practical experience and research regarding it. Most notable would be that humanoids and fae not bound to trees like dryads are, generally only risk infection after 24 hours of prolonged contact with blighted plant life. The Dark Blight is both a disease and a curse. Immunity to disease has no effect on resisting it. Removing it requires both remove disease and remove curse cast at the same time. It spreads primarily through plant life and fey creatures, though it can corrupt other creatures too, albeit at a slower rate. The Druids believe that the Dark Blight is actually a planar corruption of some kind, but have yet been unable to delve deep enough into the corrupted areas to verify this theory. Their research has revealed several practical bits of information regarding the Dark Blight's corruptive nature and how it interacts with spell energy. First, divination spells cast within blighted areas function only if the range is close, such as detect evil or detect secret doors, or if they function even if the subject is on a different plane. Spells such as Legend Lore and Vision have been used to locate deeper areas of the Blight, but the true source of the Blight itself seems especially shielded and has never been located. Such spells are also always accompanied by a terrible echo of a woman's maniacal laughter. Massive clouds of spores permeate the skies above blighted areas. This hinders flight, both magical and natural. Within a minute of flying over such areas, creatures generally have to begin to resist basically fortitude saves or suffer one of several effects, such as blindness or deafness or being sickened for a day. These effects seem random and grow harsher and harder to resist the longer one flies over the area. They seem cumulative, even. So, the Druids have found that Remove Curse relieves these effects, though it took multiple attempts before they succeeded. The land terrain of the Fangwood has always been thick undergrowth, and blighted areas are even heavier than normal. Spending even a few seconds in the thick of the blighted undergrowth requires creatures to basically make a fortitude save or be nauseated for several minutes. If this persists for more than half an hour, they generally risk contracting the Dark Blight themselves. The Dark Blight generally begins to affect a creature one day after it is contracted. It slowly saps the creature's force of will and life essence, in other words, charisma damage, and leaves them nauseated until cured. If the creature's charisma is reduced to 0 by this infection, it basically transforms into a fungal version of itself. You know that plant manipulating magic can still affect blighted undergrowth, but spells that diminish or destroy plants fizzle with no effect, hence why the Druids have been completely unable to stop the spread of the Blight. Teleportation magic functions within blighted areas, but cannot cross the border. So you can teleport freely once inside, but you cannot teleport out of the area, and vice versa. You cannot teleport into the Blight from the outside. Basically, those trapped within blighted lands cannot escape via magic, though they can freely reach other blighted areas. Shorter range, less powerful forms of teleportation, such as Dimension Door, work normally. Teleportation that relies on plants, such as transport via plants or tree stride, also work normally, but generally immediately expose the travelers to the Dark Blight and leave them nauseated for some time. So that is the extent of the Druids' experimentation into the Dark Blight, and that is the information that Theros would be able to give you.
See, and I thought it had something to do with planar stuff when the dwarf guy told us that stuff about the demon.
Yep.
And his bride or whatever. I was like, I wonder if they have, because you had mentioned he has his own plane, the demon. Yep. And I was like, I wonder if it's like planar magic that's...
Well, those divination spells didn't work either.
Exactly. So I was like, I wonder if it's planar stuff that's causing the blight.
That is the additional information that you get. And with that, I can move you to our first map. And I will preface this by saying I hope this works well enough. This map is a little bit bigger than any map that we've had so far. So hopefully there are no issues. Just move you over to it.
Let's do it to it. Let's make it happen, Captain.
And I'll reveal the bottom corner here that you would see. This is where you are approaching from, the bottom left. I will also reveal the compass, which is over here in the tree line.
Oh, it's so big. I gotta zoom out. Oh my god. So big.
Yeah, so I will say, normally speaking, when I'm making maps for this, they, like if it's like a 5x5 type size for a square, they're like 40 by 30 cells. I've had some that go up to like 70 or so if it's like every square is 10 feet. This one is 252 by 176 because every square was 30 feet. So this map is very large. So you guys can place yourselves in the bottom left where you are approaching from.
Are we coming in back where Kieran's at?
You are approaching from that direction, but you can make it up to basically close to the edge of where the fog of war is. But yes, you will be little tiny ants on this map. If you zoom out all the way, you might not even be able to see yourselves. So hopefully this doesn't pose problems as we go forward. So I will reveal the first wide area that you see, and I will begin to describe what you see. Fully in the grips of the dark blight, this clearing is surrounded by looming trees covered in withered bark, viscous slime, and crisscrossing ropes of sickly green fungus. Between the trees stand enormous mold infestations splattered with black mushrooms. Furred fungus and filth carpets the clearing's floor, and the scent of vegetative decay and rot permeates the air. As you guys begin to enter this clearing, you're looking around, and again, this part of the Fangwood is fully in the grips of the Blight, the Dark Blight. As you guys are kind of walking around and looking in this clearing, some of you get like an unsettling feeling, like you're being watched. You guys can all make a perception check if you'd like.
Oh, I would like.
Indubitably.
Hey, Gideon, what's that maybe over there?
28 from me.
18.
19 to 8, Gideon, and looking.
Oh boy.
Natural 1, nice. Love it. Love it.
Beat Kieran, though, with my aiding. You're welcome.
You guys are able to locate the source of this unsettling feeling. Across the clearing from you, there is a tree. And this tree has several small eyes embedded into its trunk, and those eyes are carefully following all of your movements.
It's got like a little scrawny hand reaching out.
So where its eyes just all supposed to be in like the bark?
They're
and
just
stuff?
kind of like all over the place on all the stalks and everything. It doesn't appear to be moving because it's a tree, but the eyes are following you.
So like, are the eyes in the tree, or is it just
Yes.
a lot of things? Like,
No, there's the eye has trees. The tree has eyes.
gotcha.
The eye has trees.
The eye
hills
has
have
trees. Yeah, the tree has eyes.
I'm gonna go ahead, Jace, and cast a little bark skin action.
Okay, you immediately contract the blight.
Immediately.
Well, that's what I get.
It's actually blight skin.
Kieran's gonna grow his wings. I know flying isn't great here, but just in case.
Just don't go above the canopy.
Right. And I'm sorry if you said this, but the canopy is how high up?
I did not say, but you'd probably start to hit the canopy at like the 60-foot range.
Okay, so there's still like room for me to zoom around in here if I needed to.
Oh, there's plenty of space in here where there's like open clearings, but pretty much nothing in this entire area is like open sky. Pretty much everything is under the canopy because the trees are just so big and so tall.
Okay, all right, sounds fair. So I'm gonna just standard action, pop those bad boys out, and then I'll be good to go.
All right. So what do you guys decide to do?
Turn around and leave.
So if I look down, if Gideon looks down this way, like down this huge path here to the right. How far further can he see if he steps up, or is that the height of his vision?
To the right.
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah, to the east.
Mm-hmm.
So from where you're standing, you can see 270 feet in that direction.
Okay.
Is it dark?
It's dim light, I would say, for the most part. So like you can see, but like once you get like several hundred feet away, it's hard to pick stuff up.
Well, good thing I'm a half elf who's got low light vision.
Yeah, you can see twice as far as everybody else, which puts you right at.
That's so funny because it which puts you right here, same spot.
Yep.
All it is a giant compass over there, guys. It's fine. It's no big deal. It's
Yeah,
just
there's
a
a
big
giant compass. It's actually that's the source of the blight. Is that compass?
Yeah. So I guess we just gotta rip the band-aid off and we gotta just head in a direction. So Kieran's gonna be cautiously like walking this way. I mean, I don't even know which way we need to go, but
I mean, do we go the other way where the tree is not with weird eyeballs? Or
but
do
I
we go
feel
up?
like that's what they want us to do.
Who's they?
The
people.
Lord of this game.
I don't know what you're talking
Wants us to go the opposite way of the tree that's watching us.
Yes.
about. I don't know what you're talking about. I want you to go that way. Go this way. Go
So let's play along
This
with the
way.
adventure.
go this way.
Yeah, that's the way we're gonna go. Yeah.
What is the worst that could possibly happen?
Yeah, see, the thing is, if I see something that's scary, I don't turn my back to it and walk away from it. I want it to stay in my view because I don't want it to sneak up behind me. So I think I'd rather like deal with this thing rather than have it like follow us. And then if we get into a combat, it's right behind
It's
us.
a tree. It's not gonna
You
follow
want me to shoot it with
you.
my arrow and have it charge at us? Trunk and all? I mean, what's the worst that can happen?
That's a fair point, Kieran. Let's press forward then, and Gideon will walk towards the tree.
Ooh, Gideon, wait, come here quick.
And we all hang back.
And I go there quick. I go there to Jessup quick.
Gideon, you shall not falter. And Jessup will give him heroism.
I will not falter.
Hey, he's got heroism. He can go do his thing.
Invigorating.
That's a different spell.
Did you bring enough heroism for the rest of the
Oh
class?
my goodness gracious. Fine.
Oh, great. Get wrecked.
Second cast. Forward. Jessup looks at Kieran like, eh?
Perfect, guys. I appreciate it. You guys are the best. I will shame you into buffing me.
So as you go over that direction, are you heading like to the tree, or are you like heading to the path next to the tree, avoiding the tree itself?
I'm like watching the tree with my eyeballs,
As opposed to what?
and I'm walking up the path for now.
And everybody's following behind him.
Yeah, I was going to say, I almost want to inspect the tree a little bit and see what's up with it, but I don't know.
Right about here, I'd probably start veering over.
Yeah, I would say I'm marching behind Gideon, probably about 20 feet behind him.
How does it react to me walking this close to it?
The eyes continue following you. They sometimes blink, but they never look away. You can make a knowledge nature check to identify the tree if you want.
Sure.
I swear to everything, holy Jason, if you go, it's an oak tree with eyes on it.
It's actually a willow.
That's a nice willow tree that you're looking at.
Let's see here. I will use one of my advantages. 22. Ugh.
Okay, with a 22, you're not sure what this tree is exactly, but it looks like a tree.
Jessup squints really hard. Hey guys, I think that's a tree with eyeballs.
That checks out.
That's about what I gather looking
Yes,
at it.
thank you, Jessup. That's really helpful.
Excellent observation, Jessup. Thank you. And I'll walk towards
Hey, I know
it.
you guys are making fun of me right now.
Walk
Are you sure?
Towards it
Can you perceive that?
slowly.
Well, my 41 sense
Okay.
motive, I think, says
The
yes.
tree, it doesn't look blighted, right? It just looks like a regular old tree, or is it?
Oh, everything here is blighted.
Oh.
There's a perfectly good path over here.
If it's blighted, we're probably going to have to fight it.
It's a tree. Does it have legs?
I know my perception's low, but as we get closer, do we see a health bar pop above the tree?
You see 12 health bars.
Oh, crap!
No!
I'm getting out of here. I guess, like Kieran said, we shall march forward. Go get it, Gideon.
What we didn't realize is that as soon as we stepped into this clearing, fog walls blocked our exits.
Yeah.
Denoting this as a boss arena.
Yep.
Miyazaki strikes again.
Boss music plays.
So, which path you taking?
There's too many choices.
I think we go closer to the tree.
Yeah. Let's take the road by the tree. Maybe it's a friendly tree.
Yeah. When Gideon gets here, he'll kind of wave at the tree.
Okay. It does not wave back.
Does it blink at any kind of indication of...
Oh, many of its eyes blink. There's so many eyes on this tree that there's almost always something blinking.
It's not unnerving at all.
Okay, once you get there, I need everybody to roll initiative.
Ah, of course.
We walked right into that.
The stationary tree got the jump on us.
Surprise round for the tree.
Yeah, that's it. That only seems fair.
You didn't see that coming.
Didn't see the tree.
Oh,
The big
no.
menacing eyeball tree.
Apparently Kieran was walking right towards it, but still didn't expect it to jump out because I only got an 11.
All right. So, we've got a 20 from Gideon, an 18 from Jessup, an 18 from Oran, but Jessup has the higher modifier. Oh, by a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, by a lot.
Making a 19. And then an 11 from Kieran. All right. So, round one of combat. We have the tree, who actually beat all of you in initiative
Wow.
with a 21.
It was just waiting for us to get close enough.
So the tree is going to do a full attack against the dude who walked in its reach. So that's going to be 3 attacks against Gideon, and you are flat-footed.
Yeah, whatever. I am. Thank you.
So let me just make sure that it doesn't have any special stuff going on here with these attacks. All right, so the first tendril that whips out at you is going to miss with a 25.
Yeah, it's going to miss with a 25.
Second tendril is a 33 against flat-footed.
Gonna miss.
And then it is going to, with one of its trunks, it's going to try to slam you, one of the thicker branches, again with a 33.
Also, it's still a miss.
And then it is going to 5-foot step over here.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
yeah, it moves. It moves. See, I wanted a 5-foot step towards it.
And that will then bring us to Gideon.
What a ridiculous situation. He's gonna 5-foot step back and cast some shared wrath against that thing.
Okay. That does the thing where... Okay.
So everybody gets
So
wrath.
that does not stack with heroism, correct?
It doesn't. It's a morale bonus. So
Yeah,
on
so
all the things.
it's higher than heroism, but it does not stack with heroism.
Kieran wasn't benefiting from heroism, so it's fine. And the move action. Oh, I can start an invocation. Destruction.
Is that your turn, Gideon?
Yeah.
That'll bring us to Jessup.
Jessup.
Just some cast haste. And then Inspire Courage and Jessup will use a... So he'll do haste as a move or a swift action. Or no, it's got to be move action. Or not, I'm sorry. Standard action haste, move action for Inspire Courage. So he'll just 5-foot step. That'll be his turn.
Okay. After Jessup, we have Oran.
I'm going to begin casting a spell.
Okay, that brings us to Kieran.
Okay, I'm going to experiment. I don't know if this thing is fire resistant or not, but trees like to be set on fire. So, not that they like to be set on
I was
fire,
gonna
but
say, I don't think they do. That doesn't sound right.
usually it's easy to set them on fire. So, I'm
The
going
purpose
to
of tree is to be fire.
To be
I'm-
fire.
going to try my Staff of Fire and use 2 charges to cast a fireball on it, such that it doesn't affect my allies.
Is that thing full of charges? I mean, it should be, right?
Yeah, I pumped it full of charges. So.
Oh, I forgot we had that.
Yes, we do. So it's only going to be the minimum 5d6, and I can't remember exactly what the reflex save. It's probably like a 13 or 14.
It got a 23 reflex save.
What?
It
It's
just
a
bendies
tree.
around.
Yeah.
So
Fun fact, not its lowest save.
What? It's a tree.
So 7 points of fire damage, but this is more just an experiment to see if it's affected by fire, or if, because it would normally be vulnerable to fire, maybe it has something that gives it protection against fire.
You cast your fireball at the tree, and you can see that some of its stalks kind of bend over almost like a shield and block a lot of the fire. It does look like it's been burnt. It just doesn't. It just doesn't look like it was a significant amount of fire damage.
Okay, all right, then that gave me some information. So I think I will probably 5-foot step diagonally backward, and that'll be my turn.
All right. That brings us to the top of the next round, and it is the tree's turn. The tree is going to 5-foot step and full attack Gideon. So the first tendril, another 33. It's very consistent.
Very, very consistent.
That is lower, and then the slam is a 39. And that is a tentative crit.
Okay, I love that game. Go ahead and do
Natural
your
one to
thing.
confirm.
Okay.
So it is a hit.
I had a lot of things in case it was a crit.
It's not a crit. So you instead just take 15 points of damage, and I need a fortitude save.
I don't know why it's rolling
You rolled
twice.
twice.
My mouse, I think,
I'll
is
take the second roll, which is the 3.
really okay.
No, natural 20, you succeed. Nothing seems to happen, but your skin does kind of, you get goosebumps where it hit. There's like a reaction, a physical reaction from where it hit on you.
Oh, I don't like that.
You're getting goosies.
Yeah,
Next up.
physical reactions.
Over here, unseen by the rest of you, due to its natural invisibility in the forest,
Oh, a shambling mound.
another creature appears and will make a full attack against Oran, who is flat-footed because none of you saw this creature. So this will be 4 attacks against Oran. So the first slam is a 31 to hit. You're flat-footed?
Are you 100%? It's 31.
Yes.
Dang it. That hits. That's exactly my flat-footed.
Oh, cool. Good to know. Telling me there's a chance.
So
Second
do I have
slam.
to roll to see if I keep my spell?
Yeah, I guess we can do that one at a time here if you'd like.
It's based on the damage.
Yes. So you take 18 points of damage from the first
Half.
attack.
Half.
So both of you take 9,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which means you did take damage. So injured while casting, the DC is 10 plus the damage dealt plus the spell level. So this would be 19 plus the spell level.
Okay. So it's a level 7 spell. Okay.
So
it's
DC 26.
Ah! All right, I got it. I'm good.
32
For
you're
now.
good.
For now.
The second slam is a tentative crit with a 38.
Yep.
To confirm, probably not 26. No, you're flat.
No.
So it does not confirm, but it is another hit,
Yeah.
dealing pretty decent on the damage here. That's max for 19 points of damage. So you'll take 10, Gideon will take 9, and you'll have to make another concentration check. This time it is DC 27. You're
Good.
still good. Third of 4 slams.
Oh my god.
This is ridiculous.
That's a 32 to hit.
That hits.
No way he passes his. I don't want to jinx it.
I have a 19 concentration check.
That is 17 damage. So you will take 9. Gideon will take 8. And again, it's a 26 DC. Again, you're fine. It's going down. The numbers are going down, but you're still fine.
I have rolled a 13, a 12, and an 11 in order. So
Yeah.
you might get me on this one.
The final slam is a 35 to hit,
Oh my gosh.
dealing 15 points of damage. So you will take 8, Gideon will take 7, and this time it's actually going to grab you. It's going to attempt to grab you. So against your CMD, 33 against your CMD.
Yeah.
Even for a hardy dwarf.
Yeah, my CMD is only 29.
So you are grabbed, which pulls you adjacent to it, and it has constrict. So roll your concentration on the hit that got you,
Yeah.
and then we'll have to do one more for the constrict damage.
Oh, yeah,
37, it
passes.
went up that time. So the constrict damage is 19 points of damage, so you'll take 10, Gideon will take 9, and I need one final concentration check.
Oh my god, buddy, do you just want to take all my health?
Does that still pass?
So you took 10 points of damage. The
Yeah.
DC was 27, so you hit the DC. So yeah, you,
Oh,
Yeah.
on the
barely.
nose.
On the nose.
Look at that. 5 concentration checks to keep my spell.
You're making wizards around the world jealous.
Right?
Not only did you pass 5 checks in a row, but you are still alive after getting hit 5 times in a row. Wizards,
5
they
times.
fear you.
Yeah.
How does that
Divine
work
casters are built different.
with that because of the whole like casting while grappled?
Yeah,
so
that'll be fun.
It'll be nice. It'll be cool. You're
Yeah,
casting a summon spell, I imagine.
Yeah, it's a summon spell.
So it's gonna have. What components does it have, Jace?
Casting a spell while you have the grappled or pinned condition is difficult. It requires a concentration check, 10 plus the grappler's CMB plus the level of the spell. So that will be on your turn to see if you can maintain that.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Is
Probably
it?
not.
Yeah, probably not.
One of the rolls you did would have succeeded.
Was it
Probably
the 37?
37.
Yeah, probably the 37. So I
So
gotta
it's
get like
possible.
an 18 plus on the
It's
die.
probably the 30. You have
Alright.
to hit it at a specific number.
But that is its turn. Gideon, it is your turn. You are looking at this tree, and all of a sudden you feel a series of blows to your body through Shield Other, and you look over and you see that Oran is in a situation.
Yeah, he is in a situation. We're going to Divine Weapon, which will add some nice flamey damage. And then I will also cast Grace. And I will move action. I'm hasted, yeah.
Yes.
Where is difficult terrain?
Anything that looks remotely foresty
Gotcha.
is also blighted terrain, so keep that in mind as well. Oran, you are just on the edge.
Remind me how Blight will make me feel sad.
If you spend too much time in a blighted area, you will be, you have to make a save or be nauseated. And if you're nauseated for too much time in a row, you have to save against the blight itself.
Okay. I don't want to do that, but I am going to go there.
Okay. So that is a standard action, divine weapon, move action, swift action. So you are good. Moves us down to Jessup. The forest is your enemy.
Oh no, things are not going well. Jessup will check down another round of Bardic Performance. He will maintain, and then he will peer over to Kieran. Kieran, not sure what you can do, but you better do something. And
I'm leaving
Jessup-
it all to you.
Jessup will run over to Kieran. All right, time to try this one out here. And he will cast Unshakable Zeal.
Hey.
Ooh.
There's a lot of crap on there, Sarah, so knock yourself out.
Oh, okay.
So if you fail something, you get a bonus to do it again.
Yeah, so effectively a +1 bonus.
Yes, because that would supersede heroism and supersede wrath.
Yes, because Shared Wrath is a +3.
Don't forget, shared wrath is only against the tree.
Right.
So-
Okay.
Yeah, and then it does give you bonuses for other stuff, though, in addition to
Yes.
attacking. So that's the biggest thing. 'Cause it helps
Yes,
with
fear and emotion
detective
stuff. yes.
saves and et cetera, et cetera.
Okay. You have a lot of confidence in Kieran. You think he's going to fail? He probably will.
No, I just want you to have unshakable confidence.
Yeah. In the event that you do fail, you're very unlikely to fail in the future.
Now you make me feel bad about casting this spell. Just do whatever. You're not going to use it anyway, right?
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Jessup?
I have exhausted all of my actions.
Then we will move on to Sir Grappled, Oran. Go ahead and give me a check
I don't want
to concentrate on the spell that you have been doing so well on.
Oh my gosh. A 5 on the die.
Yeah, finally rolled a 5. Just so, Oran, you get hit by all of these vines that slam into you, and you're able to continue chanting. You push through the pain. Your hands are moving just like they should. And as the vines grapple around you and pull you close, one of them latches onto the arm that's giving the somatic components and wrenches it downwards, and the spell fizzles. You do still have your full turn, though. You are grappled, but you can otherwise do what you would like.
I guess I'm just going to try smacking the creature in the head with my weapon.
All right.
Die, creature.
So, because it is grappled, the 25 will hit, and the 33 and 34 will also hit.
Oh,
so roll your damage on the 34.
There you
Okay.
go. So
And you are attacking with... okay, that doesn't matter.
bludgeoning. Yeah.
And this is just but there's no energy damage going on here.
No.
Okay. So all of those attacks hit, and you can feel that you are denting into these vines. Some of them even tear apart through the force of your strikes. But the creature does persist, as you might expect it to. And that brings us to Kieran.
All right, Kieran is going to try to Scorching Ray, the one grappling Oran. So I know this is firing into melee, so it'll be a -4 touch attack. And I have 3 rays, so 3 touch attacks at a -4.
Right in Oran's face.
Yep.
Yeah.
You hit him instead.
Yeah, so a 16 against touch.
That will hit.
Okay. A 21 against touch and a 19 against touch.
Yep, all of those will hit the creature, who is a lump of vines.
Okay. So I think this is yes, I think this Yes, this is programmed, right? So it's effectively 12d6, 42 fire.
Can you tell me what those are individually, please?
It is 7 and 9, so 16 on the first. It is 13 on the second, and it is 13 on the third.
Okay. You see these 3 rays bolt into this creature, and there's a sizzling sound from some of the vines, and you get the sense that these vines are filled with liquid, and the fire, while doing some damage, was significantly reduced.
Okay. All right. Good to know. I learned information about that one too, and that is my turn.
Okay. Brings us to the top of the round. We got the tree. The tree is gonna do... Well, can the tree do that thing? No, the tree can't do the thing that the other thing is gonna do.
Okay. Don't like that.
The one thing is gonna do the one thing, but the tree is gonna do a different thing.
Sure.
Yeah, the tree's just gonna full attack you, because it's a tree. So first attack is a maybe. A 36. Oh, I have to roll pretty good to hit you. I mean, it's a decent enough chance. So one of the tendrils will hit you. The second tendril, that's gonna miss. And then the slam is the 38. So 1 tendril and 1 slam. So the tendril will deal 18 points of damage, and the slam will deal 20 points of damage. And I need another fortitude save against the slam. All right, 24 on the fortitude save. Gideon, as the creature slams into you, you feel your skin begin to prickle underneath your armor. And okay, so this is an immediate onset. Okay. Okay. Just reading some stuff. Don't worry about it. Shut up.
I'm nothing but worried about it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. What?
Too bad Gideon only paid $200 for a diamond.
Interesting. We will see how this goes.
I have my own diamond.
Step 1 of the initial effect, you take 2 points of wisdom damage. Step 2 of the initial effect, you are nauseated.
Stop, man. I'm not in the mood to be nauseated, bro.
That is it for now.
I'm gonna get swallowed.
Moving on to the other creature, it is going to do the other thing. So once per day, this creature, it unleashes a cloud of spores. Let me just make sure it's not centered on itself, because it might be. It might be centered on itself. I'm going to say it's centered on itself, because that just makes more sense about this. It's funky, because it's not part of the creature ability. It's part of a template. It's on top of the creature, so it's in a different place. Yeah, these templates aren't always described very well, so I'm going to say, for the sake of simplicity, it is centered on itself, which means it will only get Oran, unfortunately.
Hi, Oran.
Bye, guys.
You have your diamond, don't you?
I've got 3.
So let me redraw this so that it's centered on itself. So, Oran, you find yourself inside of a cloud of spores. I think for simplicity's sake, we'll hold off on any saving throws for the beginning of your turn, but that's where you are. That's where you're at. Moving on to Gideon.
So I will take a single move action to there, which will provoke.
It will provoke. It will indeed provoke from El Tree.
And Gideon will explain that he's already gotten sick with something. He feels off.
El Tree misses.
That's it. You only get a move action when you're nauseated, right? Like, that's the real
Okay.
bad one. Is it? That's a question mark at the end of that sentence.
You only get move actions, yes. I think you get one move action. So we'll say that the save that you did was, well, how do we do that? Because technically you save every round, but you'd be saving twice this round if we made you save right now. So we can either do it on its turn, or I can just wait until the beginning of your next turn to save. I think that's what I'll do. The beginning of your next turn, the top of the turn, will have you save and see if you shove off some of the effects.
Gotcha. Well, the onset is immediate.
Yes.
Gotcha. I don't remember how that works, but I don't care.
I'm not sure. I don't really care to look into it, so we're going to play it this way. It's in your favor, so.
Yeah, exactly. So that's why I'm not going to raise a fuss.
Jessup, it is your turn.
Oh, gosh. Can I tell what's wrong with Gideon?
You can do a heal check if you'd like, but without knowing the creature, it's going to be hard.
Yeah, Gideon would only be able to explain in brief, as soon as he got hit, each time his skin got prickly and goosebumpy, and now he feels
I don't know if I want to touch that.
sick.
All right, stand back. We'll see what I can do. Guess move action. Jessup will pull out his bow. 5-foot step. I guess he'll take a shot at that thing that's holding Oran.
Okay, yeah, you can make shots at it.
So fire into melee. I will swift action arcane strike. So I guess I'll just take one shot. Ugh,
Natural
one for an
one.
18. Oh no, Oran, I shot you in the back.
Will miss.
Hits Oran.
Since you didn't activate the precise shot, you hit Oran in the head and he dies.
Oh no, I didn't activate my ring. My bad.
Oran, that brings us to your turn. Oh yes, we need a save from you at the start of your turn. Go ahead and give me a save of some kind. It is a fortitude save.
Is it a poison spell or spell-like ability?
It might be. It doesn't specify in my summary, but the ability is called Poison Spore Cloud.
So
Which
probably.
makes me think maybe.
Probably a poison. Okay.
So if you were being,
Well, it'd be a 30
Yeah,
if
it's
it's
a
a poison. So 30.
Yep, a 30. You seem to be okay. You're still inside of it, so that's not great. But for the time being, you are able to avoid breathing in too many of these spores, and you may act as normal.
I'm gonna try and smash it in the head again. Die!
All of those will hit.
Just die!
So 19 plus 17 is 36. So 56 damage there. All right.
You said, is he inside? Did I miss something?
He's in a cloud of spores. He's still
Okay.
within range of your sound thing, but yeah,
Okay,
he's in a.
I just
There's
wanted
a
to make
bunch
sure.
of
I
spores
thought
there.
like for some reason he'd gotten eaten and I missed that part.
Nope.
No. I was saying he was going to swallow me, but he hasn't yet.
Oh, okay.
So it's fine.
It's another 15 damage. All right. So you hack away at the creature. A significant number of vines begin collapsing onto the ground. It's still grabbing you, but you feel like you've hurt it quite significantly. That brings us to Kieran.
All right, so I technically can't see the mound because the spore cloud is probably obstructing vision.
It says nothing about obstructing vision. I don't think it's thick enough to count as a fog cloud.
That would be a heckin' lot of spores if it was obscuring vision. Oh my goodness.
You can see normally.
Okay, so I will. The thing goes before Oran, doesn't it?
Yes.
Shoot,
Oran just went.
I know, I didn't do this in time. Rats. I was gonna try to liberating command to see if he could get out, and I got distracted looking up something and didn't do that. It would have made a difference. So, I guess I will instead try to lightning bolt the tree, but I'm going to use my cloak of long shadow for the first time, and I'm going to split the damage type and have half of it be the original lightning, and then the other half be cold.
Okay.
Just to see if, because we didn't get any information on this. I just don't know. So many of these things are resistant to elemental stuff, so I'm just trying to see if anything's going to be effective.
That was a play way of saying Jessup screwed up. Thank you.
No, I mean, I don't have knowledge nature. I can't roll on it, so I have no idea. So, Jason, it is a reflex save. The DC is 18.
Ooh, there's a chance. And 22.
Okay, so it'll be half. I'm just trying to think how to split this up. So 5d6.
I mean, you can just roll all the damage, and half of it is.
But 10 of it is specifically electricity from my bloodline. So we'll have to subtract 10 and then...
Okay.
All right. So 29 halved is 15 and 14. So 14 is cold, and then 25 is electricity.
Okay. So you fire this off at the creature, and
Yes.
it seems to take that damage. Again, it did not appear specifically resistant to fire. It's just you dealt very little fire damage. The cold and electricity seem to affect it equally.
Okay.
So it doesn't seem to be particularly resistant to any of them. It's just...
Oh, okay. All right. So you're not saying that that he's resistant to both in the same
No,
measure.
I was describing
Okay.
the fire in that you only dealt like 5 points of damage. So I was like, it doesn't look like it did a whole lot.
I see. Okay.
And this one, it's like it's the amount of damage that you might expect. It's just that it saved, so it was much less.
I see. Okay. Well, okay. Yeah, and I guess that will be my turn then.
That brings us to the top of the round, which is the tree. If you charge, you can double move, right?
Yes, you can.
It's gonna charge. Be right here. And it's gonna hit you, Kieran, with a slam. 26.
My AC is 27.
A natural 20 would have hit.
Yeah, it would have.
And that was with the charging bonus, too. Brings us to the other creature over here. It's going to try to constrict you. Now that it's already done its spore cloud. So to maintain, that's 35. So yeah, that'll do it. So you will take... That's 25 points of damage. So Gideon will take 12 and you'll take 13. And that's its full turn. Which brings us to Gideon.
Who needs a fortitude save, yeah?
He is.
Natural 1.
So you take 1 point of wisdom damage.
So 3 total points.
Yes, and you are nauseated.
And nauseated too. I just wanted to make sure. It says only a move, and I assume that really just means only a move, so no swift or free or anything like that.
Yeah, I think the idea is that you're basically like
Keeling over
retching
and retching, yeah.
Yeah.
So he's gonna walk right past Jessup as he stumbles that a ways and just retches.
Okay. The tree will try to hit you. The tree misses with a 32.
Awesome. I love it when the tree misses with a 32.
That brings us to Jessup.
Jessup will just try to put that down if he can.
All right. Make your attacks.
Jessup will... Oh, so he'll maintain performance. I didn't say that. And then Jessup will swift action Arcane Strike again.
Cool.
And then he will, I think... Is it a free action if I want to use my Ring of Kragadon?
I think the ring is a swift action,
Oh, it is. Okay.
but it
So I
lasts for a
will-
minute.
Okay, so I'm going to activate that rather than Arcane Strike.
Okay.
So I will not have to have Precise Strike there. Alright, so I don't have Fire into melee at least.
Yeah, so you don't have to worry about any penalties from firing into melee. So that gives you a pretty big boost.
29, 31, 29.
All of those will hit.
And last damage is another 11.
32. Okay. The creature stumbles, but it is on its last legs, still
goodness.
Oh, it has legs!
up. Yeah, it's 2 little vine legs.
Yeah, and then
By little, I mean super thick vine legs.
go 5 foot step.
Okay, that brings us to Oran. I need one more save because you're in the cloud still.
And I would like to try Liberating Command on his turn.
Nani?
Can I do it at the start, or does it have to be at a
It's
certain
an immediate
point?
action. You can just
Okay. So, Oran, you can roll, I know, Escape Artist, but with a plus 20 bonus.
Okay, hang on.
This is against its CMD, yeah?
Yeah, it's unlikely, but I wanted to at least try it.
I have a negative 10 escape artist.
Oh, I didn't realize it was that bad. Okay, not doing that again.
Well, that gives you a plus 10, though, doesn't it?
Yeah, so at 18, I rolled an 8.
Oh, that's with the plus 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's unfortunately not going to succeed.
That's
It
not
was
going to do
definitely possible.
Hmm.
It's going to have to be better than that.
Yeah, it is kind of dumb that the spell requires it to be Escape Artist, and it can't be just like
Right.
a bonus to your CMB. Because you can use either of those to escape a grapple, right?
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just weird that you can't use either with the spell. But
I mean, it is a first level spell.
yeah, but it's not that powerful at low levels. Like, I don't know. I don't think it's too much to ask.
34.
34. You are still fine inside of the Spore Cloud.
Okay.
Would you like to surrender?
Yes, I give up.
Okay. Okay, so what I will tell you, the 35 hits and is enough to put the creature down, which means that you would have a move action because it only took you a standard equivalent to defeat the creature. It was heavily wounded already.
Okay. I'm going to move down here and regroup.
Okay. That brings us to Kieran.
Okay, Kieran will drop the Staff of Fire, pull out his glaive, 5 foot step, and make an attack.
All right.
So my attack, I just clicked. I didn't mean to click both. So the first one is a 39 to hit.
39 will hit the tree.
Okay, so it's 24 slashing damage, but 3 of that is acid. So I don't know
Okay.
if acid makes a difference, but
That seems to affect it equally as the other elements.
okay.
And I've whispered Jason 4 extra damage from me.
Cool. 4 whisper damage. So 28 damage total.
Yes.
All right. It looks like all of that went through. You cut through some of the branches, and the tree shudders, but it still continues on. And it's the tree's turn. So the tree is going to full attack you, obviously.
Obviously.
Obviously. So this is going to be first tendril, say 34.
Uh-huh.
Second tendril, 31.
Yes.
And then the slam at the end, 26. Yeah.
No.
I actually wanted the slam to hit, so that's unfortunate. But you do still take, 16 points of damage from the first tendril and 15 points of damage from the second tendril. So that's 31.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so you take 31 points of damage, and then it will 5 foot step back. And that brings us to Gideon.
Another fortitude save.
Yeah. 23. And just to verify, all of those note bonuses, are they included or not?
The +2 from vitality is. The other one is not.
Does vitality just in 100% of the cases supersede the other one?
I guess it would, wouldn't it?
Yeah, interesting.
Yeah.
23 will fail. So you take 2 points of wisdom damage.
Yeah. Just to make sure, the Cloak of Long Shadow, that's a +2 bonus, right?
Yes, it's a Cloak of Resistance +2.
Yep.
So yeah, you take 2 points of wisdom damage, so you're at 5, and you are nauseated. So you can move if you want to.
He's just going to 5-foot step and keep retching.
Right on, Oran.
No, I don't like it.
So that brings us from Gideon to Jessup. You have 1 foe remaining.
Oh no!
Although for all you know, every other tree in this place is just like all these, which is terrifying, but...
So Jessup will 5-foot step up. I'm going to drop performance. No, I'm not. I lied. I'm going to maintain.
Okay.
And swift action, arcane strike this time. I am within 30 feet for point blank shot, and I still have my Ring of Kragan activated, so go with nuts. 33, 33, 28.
So the creature is no longer taking a penalty from charging, but all 3 of those will still hit.
And then do my last damage.
And this is a bow. Okay.
Correct. Yep.
So your arrows hit the trunk of this creature, and you see that like it does shudder from the impact, but it doesn't look like it's terribly hindered by the arrows, as you might expect. They don't hit a whole lot of area on the tree, I'll just say. So you think you've dealt damage for sure, but not as much as you might have expected.
And did you get the 9 for my discordant voice too?
I did, yes. Yep.
So that probably went through at least.
Yeah, that seems to. And you already 5-foot step. So that will bring us over to Oran. Oran, you are outside of the cloud, so no more fortitude saves required from you.
I'm going to cast an instance of heal on Gideon.
Okay. So you cast heal, and that will pretty much bring him to full hit points.
Take away his condition and the ability damage.
Yeah, so heal takes away ability damage, nauseated condition.
Okay, so you get 140 hit points and you're not nauseated, and your ability damage goes away.
All right.
Thanks.
You got it, pal. Get in there, slugger.
And you can move as well if you'd like.
Yeah. Let's do a move. Let's move here.
Okay. And that brings us to Kieran.
Okay. Kieran will 5-foot step and full attack with the glaive.
All right.
So the first attack is a 25.
That rebounds off of the thick trunk, the bark. Just you bounce off.
Natural 2. Second attack is a 30.
That will pierce the outer skin of the tree.
Okay. And then the
Not that
hasted
it matters, sir.
attack.
Don't forget the second attack would have gotten an additional bonus from my Unshakable Zeal.
Oh, because it
Yes.
missed? Okay.
The first one did, yeah. So
Good to
you don't get the
know.
bonus for the next one because you hit, but
Yeah, that's all right. But hasted attack is a 38.
Yep. So 2 of those attacks do go through.
Okay. So first attack is 23 damage, 5 of which is acid, and 20 damage, 3 of which is acid, and 4 from Discordant Voice.
Yep. Still stands, but 2 of its branches get lopped off.
And 6 more grow back.
That brings us to the creature's turn. The creature is going to full attack you because you're the only one that's easily accessible and a threat. And trees are highly intelligent, as we all know. Actually, the tree does have an intelligence now that you look at it. That's interesting. So, full attack. First tendril is a 35, 34, and then a 38. Do all of those hit?
Yes.
Okay. So the first tendril does 18 points of damage. The second tendril does 19 points of damage. The slam does 20 points of damage.
20.
20, yes.
Okay.
And I need a fortitudinous save.
Okay. Fortitude save is a 23.
All right. With a 23, you feel your skin begin to prickle, and you take 1 point of wisdom damage and are nauseated.
Okay.
But that is its turn. Brings us to Gideon. I need a fortitude save. Natural 1. Gideon, you take 2 points of wisdom damage and are nauseated.
This is going very well.
He's gonna pull out an antitoxin.
Actually, no, I take it back. I'm looking through just to verify, and heal does say that it heals diseased and poisoned. So take that back. You're good.
Nice. I was gonna say it's messed up if heal doesn't actually cure
Well,
disease.
I had skimmed through them real quick, and I was like, okay, blinded, confused.
It's a level
exhausted,
6
fatigue.
spell. Come on.
You know, I saw nauseated, and I was like, okay, stunned, yeah. And I skipped over the diseased. So I was like, okay, so it heals him, but he's like, no.
I'm going to charge.
Ooh, that's gonna provoke. That's provocative.
Provocative.
Natural one's gonna miss though.
I've got heroism, courage, haste, wrath.
Yeah, wrath supersedes heroism,
Yep, it does.
and you get a +2 from charging.
Yep, we got that in there.
All right. Goodness gracious. 44 to hit. That will hit your target. So 23 points of damage. It looks like not a whole lot of that went through.
There's a couple of things on that damage. 1d6 of it was fire.
Okay, so that went through.
Okay.
Yeah, so you hit the tree and you feel like you are just, hitting a tree with a mace.
Yep.
You kind of splinter the outer bark, but it's a tree. So not a whole lot of that went through, but you do see that you have seared the area with the fire damage, and the sound, of course, goes through. So you dealt damage for sure. It still stands. That brings us to Jessup.
Oh boy. Jessup will maintain. And then I'm moving over here. And then Jessup will cast a spell on the tree.
Ew.
It's going to go earpiece and scream. I'm going to yell at it.
A fortitude save, you say?
Do trees have ears?
Let's just take half damage of 5d6.
Listen, this tree has eyes. I bet it has ears.
Well, okay. A natural 1 fails, but, its bonus is +17, so it has to roll a natural 1 to fail.
It's possible.
And it rolls a natural 20, so that's a 37. You scream, and the tree seems to shudder slightly, but still stands. And that's your turn?
Yeah, move and standard spell. Yep.
That brings us to Oran. I bet you guys didn't expect trees to have lightning reflexes as a feat and improved initiative. This is a fast tree.
Is this what actually dodges lightning from the sky?
I have no idea. It seems very odd to have those feats.
Well, it passed its reflex save on my lightning bolt, so yes, it does dodge lightning.
I'm going to move here, and
You can technically do that without provoking, so I will allow it.
okay, I'm gonna cast another spell. Yeah.
You can do that defensively, right?
Am I within its range?
It seems to have quite long range.
It's a swift action. Does that still provoke?
No.
Cold Ice Strike.
All right. It gets a save, though, right? No? Maybe?
Yeah, reflex half.
Okay. That is a 14, so it's probably going to fail that one.
Yeah, that's a fail. You would have needed a 20. Yes.
Oh, he could have hit that if you tried harder.
So that's probably gonna hurt you.
Yeah, we'll see what the roll is.
14d6.
Oh, does it go up that high?
Yeah. 1d6 of cold damage per caster level.
Yeah, maximum 15d6. Yeah.
So I'm almost to the maximum. So that'll be 52 points of cold damage.
You throw out your hand and cast this cold ice at the creature, and you can see the entirety of it just kind of flash freezes, and it ceases movement
Shatters.
entirely.
I like it. Yay.
Holy moly.
And after about 7 more rounds, the spore cloud dissipates.
But I probably need to keep rolling, don't I?
Yeah, you do. So on your turn right after Oran, give me a save of the fortitude variety.
Now, Jason, is that the same saving throw? Or just rolling for the same thing?
Yes.
So Siren's Shakeable Zeal should work for you on that.
I should get a +4 bonus on this.
Yes.
Which will not stack with heroism or wrath.
I don't. Well,
Wrath shouldn't have been on there anyways.
No, Wrath doesn't cover saves anyway, and I didn't have heroism, so.
Okay, so yeah, you get the full 4. 24 is not going to do it. DC is 25.
Could I? Well, are we still in initiative? Because technically I could drop performance.
Well, I was going to say, because that was a swift action. If I hadn't moved as far, I could have just moved there and still done the same thing and then used Remove Disease.
Yeah, I'm going to say since you didn't move there initially, yeah.
I overshot it. Yep, I overshot it.
And Kieran goes immediately after Oran.
Yep.
So this would happen right afterwards, unless you have like an immediate action, Jessup.
Yeah, I can saving finale.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to do
I was still
that.
performing, so I was gonna drop performance for at least this roll for Kieran.
Yeah, if you want to do that. Does Kieran get the +4 again because he failed?
I don't. Oh yeah, because he failed again.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's every time you fail, you get the +4 on the next roll, and so because even though he failed with the +4, it's +4 again.
Oh.
So go ahead and re-roll your fortitude because he's doing his finale.
25.
25
Yeah.
happens to be the DC of the thing. So you take no more penalties this round, and you are not nauseated. So everybody has, after Kieran, we get to Gideon and then Jessup and Oran. So you guys have one turn if you want to do something about this. You still have the thing ongoing. It's just you have one successful save to it.
Oh no.
I'll give her an antitoxin, and I'll switch to an invocation of Make It Not Be Bad.
Okay, so you expend an invocation to grant a sacred bonus on saves?
Yep.
Okay.
Increases by 2 +2 sacred bonus, and then antitoxin should be a +5 alchemical bonus, if I remember correctly.
That will...
Yeah, that won't apply in the next roll, but if I fail, I'm nauseated and I can't drink it anyway. So if I pass, I may be cured. So I would just keep it, Gideon.
Unless you're saying that you take a full round action to force it down him.
Well,
like a potion.
But you'd have to pull it out first. So we can't.
Yeah.
Could just use Remove Disease. I have it.
Yeah, you can do that on your turn. It's just Gideon is boosting the save.
Yeah, I'll just boost the save then. I can't pull it out and then give it to him to drink.
Not in one turn. Because it's a full round to administer it, so you'd have to move action and then a full round. So, Jessup, is there anything special you would like to do before Oran gets to his?
I guess, can I delay until after Oran's turn?
Sure, if you want to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to delay until Oran's turn's done.
So that brings us to Oran. Oran, you can do a Remove Disease if you would like. Doing so requires a caster level check, so 1d20 plus caster level against the DC of the disease.
Okay.
So I don't know if you're casting this yourself or using a scroll.
So what is it, 1d20 plus caster level?
Yeah, so are you using a scroll or your own level?
My own level. I have it prepared.
Okay, so yeah, that would be 1d20 plus your full 14.
I prepared two instances of Remove Disease.
Smart for today.
/roll 1d20 plus 14. Wow.
19 is not going to be enough to remove the disease.
Jessup's turn.
Yeah, that does bring us to Jessup, who delayed.
Jessup will start Inspire Competence to give everybody a bonus to heal checks.
Okay.
My turn's over.
Brings us to Kieran. Give me a fortitude save without the +4 bonus because you succeeded last time.
Yeah, and then did Gideon do the Purify invocation?
Yeah, he did. It's a +2.
So +2.
20.
That will fail.
Oh, well, Jessup's going to use Saving Finale again.
Okay. So you had restarted your performance?
That's why I did Inspire Confidence.
Okay, yes. Okay.
Nice.
All right, so second roll, 18.
Is worse.
Oh boy.
So you take 2 points of wisdom damage and are nauseated. So I think you took 1 before, so you're at 3 now.
Could use heal again.
Well, Gideon would be up next.
I'll administer the antitoxin.
Okay. Then we would come to Oran. So, Oran, you could either do Remove Disease again. You could do a heal if you wanted.
It's awful expensive to try another heal.
So are we okay? Because this matters. This is a disease,
Yeah,
so
Seems like
antitoxin's not going to help. I need
that's what I was
anti-plague.
thinking. Yeah.
Oh, are they different?
They are. Anti-plague is for disease. Antitoxin is for poison.
So like technically you have not identified it as a disease or a poison, so you wouldn't probably know in character.
Gotcha.
It is a disease, but yeah.
It worked for Gideon, so that way I would know heal would work to cure you because it worked for Gideon.
Yes, because that heals both, so you wouldn't have to know.
Correct.
No, that was a blip on my side though. I would have bought anti-plagues if I had realized that antitoxin was just one.
Yeah, I have both, but I just don't have the actions to get it.
To be safe, we're just gonna throw a heal.
Okay. So get rid of all that. Pretend it never happened. All that actually happened was the expenditure of 2 high-level spells.
Yeah, only.
Yeah.
Three high-level spells,
Okay,
2
that's
heals, and a cold ice strike.
And to remove disease.
Oh, don't forget your the monster making you lose your other one too.
Oh yeah, and let's not forget my level 7 summon monster. So that's
yeah,
fun.
that's that too.
Jace, I had bought 8 antitoxins. Would you mind if I convert 4 of those to anti-plagues?
Roll me an intelligence check.
Yeah, that's fine.
Hit a 10. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
Wow,
Natural 20.
nat 20.
Gideon,
Nice.
contrary to what you might think, is not an idiot.
Well, he does have okay wisdom. Yeah.
So, yeah, he would know the difference.
He also lives in this world, so it's different.
So, yes, Gideon read the label when he bought it, and he's just like, this one doesn't say disease on it. And so he got something else.
Well, I still want both. You never know, but that's why I've got 4 of each.
So, yeah, you guys are left in the clearing here. If you would all be so kind
No, stop it.
Roll
It's not
initiative.
been that long. No.
as to roll me perception checks.
The trees. The trees. Are we still buffed at all or no?
This would be about a minute or so later.
So I rolled a 29.
Okay. So, not long after you guys defeat these 2 creatures and you begin healing and everything, you hear a voice. It seems like a frightened, like a high-pitched voice, speaking very rapidly. What languages do you guys all speak? I think Jessup speaks it, but I don't know if the other 3 of you do.
Is it celestial?
So Gideon, you have no idea what it is.
It's not celestial.
Kieran, you have no idea what it is. Justin, you have no idea what it is. Jessup does. And Jessup rolled a high enough perception to parse out some of the words. It's spoken very quickly. But Jessup, it seems like a voice in Sylvan is speaking somewhere behind you guys. And it says, "Not the evil one's minions. No. Wendell thinks not. Allies, then? Maybe. Oh, maybe. Wendell needs help, he thinks. Cannot stand against the evil one alone. Blight, death, pain, doom. Oh, but Wendell cannot trust. Should Wendell kill?"
What direction was that, Jason? From when you mean
Behind you.
behind? Like literally behind me?
Yep. Like about... It sounds like it's some distance away, but it's, behind you. Like maybe 30, 40, 50 feet, something like that behind you in the clearing, probably. None of you see anything.
Jessup will turn around slowly, kind of like hands up in a very passive position, and he will. I think the guy said Wendell. He goes, "Oh, and he'll speak back in Sylvan. He goes, "Oh, Wendell, no, we are definitely friends here to stop the evil plague known as the Blight." Can I roll diplomacy?
Yeah, as soon as you speak, you hear a voice go, and then go silent. But roll your diplomacy.
Do I sense anything, Jason, within 30 feet?
No. And one thing that is notable is, Gideon, you rolled a 48. You don't know where this creature is.
Wow. That's the best I could possibly do.
I say that because it rolled a 49 stealth. A natural 19 on the roll.
But it's talking.
Yeah, but you can't see it.
Can we hear the talking, but we don't understand it?
You can hear that. Something's there. It's just you cannot pinpoint the location of any creatures nearby.
So can I use my ring of true seeing?
If you want to, do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you use the Ring of True Seeing. Let me just look up True Seeing, make sure there's no range on it. And let me spell true wrong in many ways.
It's a 4-letter word. How bad did it go?
I spelt it Ruete.
What?
What a funny way to ask that question. It's a 4-letter word. How bad did it go?
So the range of True Seeing is 120 feet. So for the next 6 seconds, as True Seeing is 1 round per use, you can use it 3 times, so you can use it multiple times if you want. But you see this.
Oh, is that one of the
Oh.
things that I
Can I
found
get
earlier
a?
from the village?
Is that a knowledge check? What
That
is
would be a
that?
knowledge nature check.
I don't have that, and I'm the only one that can see it.
So for 6 seconds, you see a very tiny creature standing about 40 or so feet away from you guys, being very still.
Wait a minute. What is that?
Jessup, your diplomacy check, after a few seconds go by, the creature drops its invisibility.
Nice.
You see basically a rail-thin creature in ragged leathers with ashy blue skin, elongated pointed ears, long antennae, and a long shock of unruly hair. And Jessup, you are able to identify, because you did before, this is a quickling.
Oh, well, hello there, little guy. We're here to stop the blight and ran into these 2 angry plant things.
Yes, I watched, I saw.
What are you doing here? We went by one of your clan's villages not too far back and didn't look too good.
Yes, Wendell lived with his family in the woods. They were many quicklings, and the other Fae left them alone, and they were happy together, but they avoided the Darklight for a long time, long time, but then terrible beast found Wendell's family. It killed Wendell's family. Wendell survived, but Wendell could do nothing. And then his voice gets slow, almost uncharacteristically, given how fast he's been speaking. He says, "It was Wendell's fault, but Wendell will have his revenge. Wendell will find the evil one's tree or die trying."
Who's this evil one you speak of?
"Oh, evil one, Arlantia, the ruler of the Blight."
Oh, Arlantia. Yeah, we know about her. Yeah, we're gonna try to stop her too.
"Oh, good allies then."
Sure. Jessup will cautiously approach. What does he do?
He just stands there.
Jessup will rummage through his bag and he'll pull out trail ration. And you want something to eat? You look a little thin.
No, I'm fine.
You sure?
No, I'm good.
Okay. All right. Just trying to be friendly here. These are my friends. And he'll point over, and he's actually. Do you speak anything other than Sylvan by chance?
Yes, I speak other languages as well. Yes.
What about like common? The boring one?
Oh, yes, I can speak that one. It's terribly uninteresting, but I can do it.
Okay, no, that's perfect. My friends back here, they're uncultured heathens, and they don't know many languages like we do. So, common it is.
He switches over to common and says, "All right, if you insist."
Friends? This is my new friend. He points and goes, "That's Oran, that's Kieran, and that one is Gideon. This young chap here is Wendell."
"Hello, strangers."
Gideon will pick up his visor.
So he's gonna stop the blight too. So wait, are we gonna travel together now?
"Oh, yes. If we are allies, then we will travel together and we'll defeat the evil one, and we will rescue all of the Fae."
So, who is this evil one that you're speaking of?
"Oh, yes, you don't speak. Arlantia, the ruler of the Dark Blight, in her tree, her great blighted tree."
That great tree doesn't have much eyeballs, does it?
"Oh, Wendell does not know. Wendell has not seen the tree."
So, where are you planning to go on your own then? Until you found us?
"Oh, yes, I had planned on stopping the evil one, but then found you rummaging around old Quickling village and decided to follow, and then saw you fight the blighted creatures and thought maybe you were enemies of the blight, and then maybe could be allies, but wasn't sure. But it seems maybe allies."
So how long have you been out here by yourself since the untimely passing of your family?
"Oh, very long time, very long time, very long time."
Is there any way, Jason, can we tell if he's suffering from the blight?
He does not look to be blighted, no. You
Okay.
don't see any strange growths. I guess his quick speech is slightly indicative of like a level of mental instability, but you think it's Jessup especially thinks it's probably just, that's just the nature of quicklings, not that he's like gone insane or anything.
So, Wendell, do you know these woods well?
Oh, I know the Fangwood very well, but I have not been in this area for a long time, not for many years. The Blight took over, and Wendell and Wendell's family were avoiding the Blight as much as possible. But then when the creature attacked, we could no longer avoid it, and so Wendell will get revenge, and so he came here. But it's been a long time, very different now with the Blight.
What's the creature you're trying to get revenge on?
Oh, Wendell does not know its name. It's a big creature, many legs, and spines.
Kieran will nod his head and say, does it look a little bit like a cat? Do you know what a cat is?
No, what is cat?
Well, it's a type of animal. It walks on all fours, although this one does have more legs. It is long, so it doesn't stand upright like you and I do, but...
Oh, yes, very long, very long.
And they tend to have pointed ears and a long tail.
Very long tail, yes.
Sounds like the creature whose tracks we saw when we first came in here.
That does not bode well.
No, it does not. So, Wendell, you said your family was killed. Were you only with your family? You were not with any other of your kind?
Oh, Wendell's family is all of Quickling Village.
Oh, okay. I apologize. I thought you meant just blood relations.
Go ahead and give me another diplomacy check, whoever wants to, or you can do it as a party, that's fine, now that the conversation's gone on for a bit.
I prefer to roll myself.
I will aid Jessup with a 22.
I will aid.
I'll aid.
I will not aid. Oran will keep his trap shut.
So +4 to my roll. 42.
So, you guys have spoken for a little bit, and since you've all kind of come here and none of you have made hostile actions and whatnot, he seems to loosen up a little bit more than before, and he says, well, not all of Wendell's family was killed. Most of Wendell's family was killed, but some of them were taken away by the blighted Fae, and Wendell will rescue them as he gets his revenge, especially Wendell's sister.
Indeed. Do you know where they're being held captive?
Oh, they're probably being held in Arlancha's tree.
Oh, well, I guess we're already going to be there, right? Might as well free the good old Fae.
Yes.
Do you happen to know which direction we need to go to get to this tree?
Oh, no. None of the Fae of the Fang would know where she lives, not those who haven't accepted her sticky, icky fungus love. But Wendell is smart. Wendell listens. Wendell knows that the serpent Nefexi is the evil one's closest ally. Nefexi controls part of the blighted forest, and Wendell cannot explore it without help. But Wendell knows where the great worm lairs. Oh, yes. He knows. He heard. It's east of here. Go east, and Wendell will follow. The black serpent is the evil one's lapdog, and a dog always knows where the mistress rests her head.
Oh, Nefexi. We've heard that name before. Not looking forward to fighting another dragon, ironically enough.
Yes, Nefexi's strong, smart, black, like spoiled blood, yes. Dragon, yes.
Yes, probably dripping acid as well, I would imagine.
Oh, yes. Wendell is not afraid of big things, though. Not even dragons. And then he pauses for a minute and says, well, maybe Wendell is afraid, but only a little, yes. Very sensible Wendell is.
So, Wendell, are you proficient with weapons? Can you fight?
Yes, Wendell can fight.
Do you use weapons or do you cast spells? Or both?
Wendell can use weapons when needs to. And you can see that he visibly, like, now that you're talking about actually fighting, you can see that he's visibly become, like, nervous and afraid.
Do you have any supportive capabilities?
I'm very stealthy. I can hide very, very much.
That could be useful.
He goes invisible.
Now I can't see you.
Yes, I think you should probably use that to your advantage, Wendell. If we get into a fight, it might be best for you to hide and get the jump on someone you know, rather than try to charge in outright.
Oh, Maybe Wendell
Can
try this.
you cast spells?
Oh, yes, I can go invisible.
Anything else, like arcane wise?
Oh, yes. And then he conjures some dancing lights.
Okay. So, do you know how to cast a spell called Magic Missile?
He just kind of tilts his head and he says, I never heard of this. Oh, I can do this. And then he casts a spell called Ventriloquism, and his voice starts echoing from behind you guys.
Oh, that is useful, definitely. Well, Wendell, I would say that, do fighting as you feel comfortable, but I don't want you to feel like you need to put yourself in harm's way. We're very capable ourselves, and, I think we would be able to take care of things if we get into a bad situation.
Yes, you are very knowledgeable in our group here, so you're kind of the brains of our organization, especially here in the Fangwood.
I would say you should serve as our guide. I know that you do not know the blighted areas as well, but if you're familiar with this forest, maybe that will be enough.
Ah, yes, I know. Nefexi is east.
Do you know anything that's to the north and west? Those are other options.
No, it has been many years. I don't know if anything that I would recall is still the case. My memories are from many years ago. Anything that might have been there is probably gone now and been replaced by some other blighted creatures.
How long do they usually live for, Jason? He's not pre-blight, is he?
Yeah, so if you were to ask, he would say, yeah, I don't know if it doesn't give me anything to go off of for age, so I'm not sure that he would have been pre-blight. Let me see. Yeah, no, he is not pre-blight. So, like, if you were to, like, coax out questions, like, ask him some other stuff, like, if you were to be like, do you know of the name, like, Gendawin that you guys heard that is definitely pre-blight, he would respond being like, oh, Wendell has heard of this Earth Princess, legend of the Fangwood's Fae, but, like, he doesn't, like, he didn't know her. All of his is hearsay.
Was at least, in his lifespan, it's like, was the blight always out this far, or just from when, it had crept up since then?
Oh, the blight has been in this area for many, many, many years.
Well, I guess we will continue on, right, gang? Unless there's no other questions for a new fancy guide.
Wendell goes invisible.
All right. Well, when do we get to see you?
Yes, Wendell, it's going to be quite difficult to follow you if you're invisible.
Oh, east.
No.
This way, and he moves the dancing lights eastwards.
Okay, I guess we can follow the lights. Jessup will make sure he pulls out and has his compass on hand. Does his compass work here?
Yeah.
Like that? Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't like magically goofed up or something.
Yeah, so I assume that's why they put the actual compass on the map, is because they're assuming that you guys, you know the cardinal directions now that you're in the stable area of the Dark Blight.
Okay, yep, Jessup will just have compass in hand and...
Kieran's going to pull Jessup aside for a second, and in Draconic he's going to say, in Goblin, he's going to say, Jessup, do you trust this creature?
Trust it more than the tree with 1,000 eyes.
Right, it just seems odd that it seems so eager to go towards where the dragon is. I'm afraid that we're being led into a trap.
Can I get a retroactive sense motive, Jason?
If you want to.
42?
You sense that, like, he's very scatterbrained, but you don't sense any, like, hostility. You think it might even be the opposite. Like, he was invisible and he was so manic that, like, he began speaking out loud while invisible. So you think that he's likely not, like, bluffing.
Huh. Well, I'm not sure I think there's any malicious intent with him. Granted, I think he's a little scatterbrained. But if he is leading us into a trap, at least he'll lead us to where the big baddies are, right?
I suppose so. I just want us to be prepared, because if his story is true and if his sister is alive, it could be that he's being used to accomplish things in exchange for his sister's life. So he could be leading us into a trap, maybe not with a malicious intent, but because he's doing it at the cost of his sister's life.
I guess we'll just need to be extra cautious. I mean, if you ask me, I still prefer him over our guide versus Mr. Slaver Grumpy Pants from the Darklands.
Well, I was less worried about him, actually, because we could trust that he would be honest. He came right out and said exactly how he felt about certain things and didn't leave anything off the table. But with fey creatures, what little I know of them, they can be tricky, and I just want us to be aware of that.
Yeah, I remember Fort Riston and those Fae. That was good times.
Yes, I look back on those times and I don't want to repeat them.
I will say retroactively, by the way, Jessup, you would know that as a general rule, quicklings are usually chaotic evil. You don't know if that holds true here or not.
Kieran slashes him with his glaive, cuts his head clean off.
What did Jessup do?
No, not you.
That's Jessup.
You suck with your sense motives.
That's just a general rule.
Well, Fae are usually chaotic evil, but, it doesn't mean necessarily that he's in cahoots with the evils here, too.
Well, I'm not saying that we don't follow him. I'm just saying be on your guard and watch for anything that might be out of the ordinary.
Okay, and then Jessup will turn to Oran and speak in Terran. Stay on your toes, Oran. If anything that happens, stay on your toes.
Yeah, I'm always on my toes. That's the natural stance of dwarves. We walk on our toes.
I mean, except for the time you got grappled by that plant monster, but I mean, other than that.
You hear a voice in the distance saying, I don't mean to rush you, but you're very slow.
What language was that, Jace?
It was in common.
Oh, it was common again. Okay.
Sounds like it's several hundred feet away.
Let's say, what languages does Gideon speak?
Verizian, Celestial, and Taldane, so common.
Okay, I don't have any of those.
Yeah, no, he doesn't have anything in mutual common. He's just politely sitting there. He is mildly perturbed that you're talking other languages that he can't participate in, but he understands why. And so he's just sitting there at ease, just kind of watching the surroundings.
Okay, so Jessup will walk up to Gideon and just look at Gideon and say, Gideon, back I think when you were on Last Wall, you know how you stood side by side with brothers and sisters, all allies in your midst, and you could put your faith in them.
Yes, I do.
Well, just remember, you gotta trust everybody around you, but keep your eyes always open in case, He kind of winks at him.
And he kind of says under a hushed breath, "You suspect that the creature is not honest?"
What are you talking about? I didn't say anything. He kind of winks again.
And he nods, very serious. All right, then.
What's the cool guy nod?
Draws his mace or his morning star.
No, just remember, always have a watchful eye.
Walks
like a tree.
over there.
No,
finds the invisible creature, grabs him out of the mist, and just beaches him.
I don't think Malani would appreciate this.
Yeah, no, he'll just lead the way.
Okay, let's go to the east. Follow the dancing lights.
Following the dancing lights.
Gideon, that's to the west.
And Gideon goes the other way.
No, I'm just kidding.
Gideon says, "Oh, my bad," and starts going this way. He will remain vigilant, though. There's nothing really to keep his eye out for, but he'll keep his ears out for any traps.
Okay. Yeah, you guys continue down the trail.
Kieran's gonna fly.
You're so fancy.
He's not gonna walk like a peasant.
About how long do you think has passed, Jace?
Since meeting Wendell?
Yeah.
Probably like 10 minutes.
Okay, cool. I've got bark skin at 10 minutes per level.
So we probably lost haste. How long?
Oh, yeah.
Heroism last?
Haste is gone. That's 10 minutes per level, I believe.
Yeah, I would say you probably have 10 minute per level stuff. You probably don't have minute per level or round per level stuff. That'd be my guess, barring Jason's change of opinion.
We were there for 3 hours.
You know it.
Well, he talked so fast, that whole conversation probably only took like 2 minutes.
2 minutes, yeah.
So, as you guys round this corner, you look into another large clearing, and you can see that spongy black tendrils grow up and over the tumble-down ruins of marble walls of a building that once stood in this clearing. Here and there, through the greasy fungus, bits of the former glory shine through in broken mosaics and gilded decorations. This looks like it was once maybe a palace that stood here, a glorious structure raised and outfitted courtesy of maybe earth magic of some sort. And it looks like maybe refined by dwarven artisans, but it now stands, beyond crumbling walls. And in the far distance, in the center of what would have been the main chamber of this ruined palace, the center here, you see what appears to be a very large throne of some kind of wood. It looks like it's hard to see from this distance, but you can see in the distance, like it looks like a glorious peacock-like fan of branches and leaves kind of coming out from the back of it.
I don't like it. I don't want to go further. I don't want to do it.
I mean, we can always go home.
Yep, let's do it. Let's
It's
go
an
home.
option. It's always an option.
So we don't see anything on the throne. We just see the throne.
You see the throne and you see like peacock-like branches and feathers and leaves. Not feathers.
Where's the
branches and
throne?
leaves. It's in the center of
Here?
I guess the throne would probably be positioned like further back in the room, wouldn't it? If it's like a throne room, it would be further back.
Like in here.
Yeah, it's in that main circular area, but further in the back of it, yeah.
Do we see, or do we know where Wendell is?
Wendell is going to maintain invisibility, but with your blind sense, now and then you can see him like blip into the edge of your blind sense. So like he's nearby.
Okay, I want to whisper out and say, Wendell, come here.
Oh, yeah. What?
Is this Nefexi's lair?
Oh, no. No. Look. He points in the distance. Is the seat of our former queen, Genduin. Heard legends of Genduin and her palace. This is where the evil one stepped over her to seize power. The plant share is strange, infested, yes, but not like the rest. Wendell can't put his finger on it. Wendell's allies might examine. Yes, they should examine.
I can't help but every time he speaks feel like that's Dobby on crack.
Right.
It kind of.
I'm so suspicious of this guy. He's like those kids all over again.
Oh my goodness. Here we go again.
I know.
Here we go again.
Listen, maybe the kids were this guy.
Your whole family was murdered? I'm suspicious of that.
Well, I don't know. It's
Seems likely. Your
Again.
whole family.
like
Your whole
Fae are
family.
known for being super tricky, and he's like, "Oh, you need to go examine this throne," and I'm like, it's gonna explode.
Hashtag not all Fae, you racist.
I mean, on the whole, it's
Maybe cast
Pretty.
detect evil on him when he's not looking.
I don't play those games. At this rate, we'll never get there.
I was gonna say, okay,
You guys move like
up.
crazy slow.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move up. I'm just moving up.
I'm gonna stay a healthy distance away from it, but use my perception to try to see what's going on in this like throne room area. So 21, just looking around these ruins.
Yeah, you don't see anything, crazy going on. It looks like it's been many years since this place was its former glory. The ruins have been eroded quite heavily by both nature and the blight. Yeah, you don't see any movement.
Can I detect magic in the area?
Yeah, you can detect magic. You don't detect anything particularly interesting in the area.
I look at the chair.
Okay, so Oran and Kieran walk up into the main central, I don't know I guess the best word for it is throne room. And they get close to the chair to kind of examine it. And again, it looks like this is, I guess you guys could roll a knowledge nature to figure out what kind of wood this is made out of if you want.
We look at each other and go, well, it looks like wood.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
idea.
so you two, you guys don't know what kind of wood the chair, the throne is made out of, but it looks like it's a very elegant throne. But as Wendell pointed out, the throne does look like it's infested with the blight. So you probably stay a little bit clear of it. But once all of you get in here to look at the chair, you notice suddenly it goes very dark. And 1 second. None of you can see anything, correct?
Nope.
Just myself in a big black box.
I can see my health bar.
Yep. So as you guys are examining this chair, it goes supernaturally dark in this chamber. And I need everybody to roll me an initiative check.
Yay!
Like so fast that I couldn't do the true seeing again.
You can try it on your turn, but it's sudden. Like this is like the moment after it occurs that the initiative would be
Oof,
taking
my
place.
initiative tonight has not been good.
So Jessup got a 27. Oran got a 10.
10.
Nice.
A 10.
Kieran got a 16. And Gideon got a 15. So let me sort that. So I'm going to say the surprise round is going to be the casting of the darkness, the deeper darkness spell. So we will just go straight into the first round of initiative. And Jessup, you're first.
Holy crap, I can't see anything. Inspire Courage. So I will move action, start a performance, Inspire Courage, and then I can't see anything. So obviously me as a player, I can see out, but as far as I know, everything's gone dark. Like I can't see an end of...
Yeah, so everything in this area is pitch darkness. So you are, like, you can't see a thing. Like, you can't even see your own hand in front of your face.
So yeah, Jessup will move action, start performance, and he will standard action total defense, because I can't see anything.
Where is Frampton when you need him?
It is Frampton!
It is Frampton. He's here to murder you. He turned into a fun guy.
I know, perception check, you hear something doing the worm.
Do you remember when Frampton was about to leave the party and he showed his true power to us? It just was like, oh, actually, I could probably kill every encounter.
So broken. So broken. Like, such a broken class archetype.
He's as cool as a Shadow Dancer in the Underdark.
It's so broken until it's immediately not, and you fight
Right.
creatures that have the ability to see in darkness.
So Jessup, is that your turn?
Yeah, I'm not going to move. Total defense and inspire.
Okay. On to the creature's turn. Oh my. This is involved. Oh, this is a free action.
I don't like it.
Oh my gosh. This is the longest free action I've ever read. Okay. So, Kieran, you have blind sense, right?
I do.
Okay. So you sense a creature move down from above,
Okay.
and it stops just next to Oran. And then suddenly out of nowhere, you are sensing creatures all over the place. You sense one right next to Jessup, one right next to Gideon, one right beside you, and then the one that you initially sensed getting down from above. And all of these creatures are going to... Well, the one that moved is going to do a standard attack against Oran, but the others are going to full attack each of the other three of you. So you are all blinded and flat-footed.
Okay, let me turn on blinded. There we go. Oh my gosh, that hurts your AC. Don't like that.
Because none of you can... Well, I guess, Kieran, you are not blinded because you have blind sense, so you're probably fine. But the rest of you, yeah, you're blinded. Because you cannot see anything. So yeah, so the creature that's right next to Oran is going to make one claw attack, and so against your blinded flat-footed AC. Wow, that's a terrible roll. I can't imagine that a 16 will hit.
No.
No. So Kieran, this creature is going to full attack you, so 5 attacks. So
You do not get a +2, by the way, because of my blind fight. Unless these are ranged attacks.
why would I have otherwise gotten a +2?
When you're fighting a blinded target.
Oh, I was going to say they're not invisible. But okay. So that is a 30.
Yes, that hits.
Second claw, 21.
That misses.
Tail slap, 15.
Misses.
First wing is a natural 20.
Okay.
To confirm with a 14. And then the last wing is not going to hit. So what was it? 1 claw and 1 wing?
Yes.
Okay. So you take 10 points of damage from the claw, and you take 7 points of damage from the wing and bleed. What kind of bleed are we talking about? Are we talking 7 points of bleed? What's the bleed here? How much bleed is this? Oh, bleed 2d6. Okay. Oh, that's a lot. You take 6 points of bleed damage. I guess that'll be at the top of your turn, so don't take that quite yet. 5 attacks against Gideon. I'm just going to roll these because you have a super high AC. 30. With your blinded AC, is that going to hit?
No.
Okay.
It might hit
Miss.
like his armor or catch his shield, but
Yeah, those are the lower to hits. So yeah, those all miss. And then against Jessup, 27.
Just nope.
Even blinded, you guys still have pretty high ACs.
Well, I'm total defensing too.
How?
he had a turn.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's a standard action to total
I
defense.
forgot this still wasn't the surprise round. So that's a natural 19 for a 33. Now the tail slap, lower to hits, 27. 27 missed before, right?
Yes.
Okay, so that's going to miss. First wing misses and second wing misses. So one of the claws hits you. So you still take 13 points of damage. That is all of their turns. Goes to Kieran. So Kieran immediately takes the 6 points of bleed damage that I mentioned
Okay.
at the start of your turn. And then now you may take your action.
Real quick, I didn't want to interrupt while you were all talking through all those. Could I get a perception check to try to figure out like where the attacks are coming from and guess what square they might be in?
At the start of your turn, I'll allow that.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so I can sense that something is in melee with me.
Yep, you sense that there is something in melee with all of you
Okay, so I will,
for your benefit, since you can. It's immediately to your right.
yeah, I will grow my claws as a free action, and then I will. Is it like within 5 feet where I could?
Yeah, it's right next to you.
Right next to me. Okay, so then I will do my bite and 2 claws.
Okay. And so this would have 50% concealment, but you get to re-roll that.
I do, yes.
Okay.
And remind me, my claws are still primary, or they would be?
Yeah.
Okay, so they're all
Claws are primary.
Okay. So bite attack is going to be a 30 to hit, but I will roll
That misses.
2d100. Oh, okay. So that misses. Doesn't matter. And then
Those both would have missed on concealment.
yeah, and then 227. So those miss.
Okay. So
Don't
those all-
forget, Sarah, you get +4 to your next unmissed
All right,
action.
31
31 maybe. So go ahead and give me the 2.
or 36 and an 81.
Okay, so that will actually go through. So roll damage on your claw.
Okay, 17 points of damage, and 6 of that is acid.
Okay, so you feel hard resistance when you strike this creature. Your claws don't count as anything super special, right? Like they count as magic maybe, but that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, so yeah, you feel strong resistance to your attack. You think that like the electricity damage probably went through, but
It's
the actual
acid. It's not electricity.
Why?
Because I purchased delicatessen gloves.
Oh, I thought that was like a special, like you're doing elemental damage with your claws.
No.
From like your
no.
bloodline.
It's
Okay.
my gloves. I
Yeah,
bought.
the acid again that goes through, but the actual physical attack seems to have hit hard resistance. Did not
Okay.
do much.
All right, so 6 of that was acid, and then 11 of it was the physical damage.
And that is your turn. That brings us to Gideon. Gideon, you can make a perception check. 33. You think that the creature is immediately to your right.
Okay. We will 2-weapon fighting, full attack.
Okay, so you have 2 potential hits. Roll me 50% miss chance. So the first attack is a miss, but the third attack, the critical does not succeed, but you do hit.
Okay.
What is the shield?
It's a shield. Just a heavy steel shield.
What is it though?
Bludgeoning?
No, what's...
I need to know what you're asking, Jace.
Like, is it a +2,
It's
a
not
+3?
it's not a mundane heavy steel shield.
No, it's a +3.
Plus
Moderate.
3.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah. That doesn't add to its to hit though.
But doesn't +3 make it count as cold iron? Or
Yeah.
like, that's what he's asking. Is it adamantine? Is it something that would bypass
like,
DR?
is the enhancement bonus +3, not the total bonus, is the enhancement bonus +3.
The enhancement bonus is +3. The total
Okay.
bonus is like +6.
So yeah, you hit it, and at first you feel like there's maybe some resistance, but the magical enchantments of your shield seem to impact with the creature, and it looks like you feel a solid hit.
Nice.
Is that your turn?
That was a full round action. No swifts I can do.
Brings us to Oran.
So I had asked earlier, what level does the True Seeing get cast at from the ring? Like, how long does it last?
Each time you use it, it's 1 round. It's a swift action.
Ah, it's a swift action for 1 round. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that.
Okay. So I can briefly just reveal all of this. So this is what you immediately see.
Ah,
You see this creature right in front of you.
horrifying. I hate it.
Love it. I love it.
Hate
I
it.
think I know what this is. Is this in the Pathfinder video games?
It might be in the Pathfinder video games.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Well, you don't see anything.
I can sense it.
So you know that he's right next to you. I guess I shouldn't say he. I don't know if they have a
It.
gender. Yeah, it is right next to you, and then there's one of them right next to everybody else.
I'm gonna attack the one that's right in front of me.
Okay. Yep, and you don't have any concealment because of True Seeing for this round, so you can just do a full attack. You're not blinded anymore, so you can turn that off for this round.
For this round, yep.
Yeah, and then if you use the final charge of your ring, then you can maintain it, but otherwise put it back on. We'll see. So the 33 and the 37.
Oh, shoot. I did not
What?
have... Well, I don't know if I'm within range. I didn't see. Was I within range of Jessup's Inspire Courage anyway?
Oh yeah, there's no. You have to hear
Yeah.
me. There's not like a range.
Oh, okay. So I didn't have Inspire Courage on that. So what does that make that? What does that
I
increase?
believe
it?
it's a +5 bonus now.
Is it? Or is it a
No,
plus
4. I'm sorry, I lied.
Okay,
+4.
so technically that would have been a 31, a 37, and a 41.
And there's nothing that you would have that would conflict with that bonus. You'd get like the full 4 bonus if you were to add it.
Yeah, I mean the only two things I
Okay.
have on is heroism and
Yep, just making sure.
Inspire Courage.
So
Yeah.
that would make it a 31, you said?
Yes, a 31.
So
yeah.
yes, all of those would hit.
Okay, and that doesn't increase damage, does it?
Yes, it does.
It does. So +4 to the damages as well.
Okay.
Sorry.
And your weapon is just a +2 Quaking Dwarven armor?
Correct. It's a +2 Quaking Dwarven.
So yeah, you feel some resistance. It doesn't look like all that damage went through, but some of it did. Some of it. And is that your turn? You can 5-foot step, I guess, but
No, I'll just stay where I'm at.
And I wasn't within 30 feet, was I, Jason?
no, you're not within 30 feet of them. Top of the next round, Jessup.
Yes.
Something's smacking me, guys. Jessup will maintain performance. I'm sorry, guys. I can't cast haste on you. Drink a potion.
Drink the potion.
Drink a potion of
fam.
haste. Yeah, Jessup is going to. He's going to attempt to cast a spell defensively. It's a level 4 spell. So what's that? DC 23.
Okay, yeah.
And Jessup casts echolocation on himself.
Echolocation? Okay, so
Totally forgot I picked that up.
So echolocation gives you blind sight, right?
Yes, it gives you blind sight with a range of 40 feet.
So you can pretty much see just fine.
Totally forgot I had that. And I picked that up specifically because that stinking Medusa.
All right. So that's a standard action to cast that.
Yep, standard action cast. Pre-action to maintain performance. Jessup will 5-foot step up here. And, yeah, I guess that's about his turn for now.
That will bring us to all of these creatures. So they're just all gonna full attack you, I guess. So this is gonna be 5 attacks against Oran, who is no longer blinded. That's gonna miss. That's gonna miss with a 25. Natural 20 on the tail slap, but will not confirm with a 19. A 20 on the wing and a 24 on the wing. So 1 hit with the tail slap. Oran, you take 6 points of damage from the tail. And then remind me that you are bleeding, so on your turn you will take bleed damage. Moving on to the one next to Kieran.
Do we still have shield other, Josh, or no?
Yeah. How much should I be taking?
3.
He took 6, so you both take 3.
And I'm bleeding.
Kieran, it's a miss, and then a 33, and then a 26 probably misses you, Kieran.
That's my AC.
Oh, 26 does hit, okay. Miss and miss. So one of the claws hit and the tail slap hit. So you take 11 points of damage from the claw, and then you take 7 points of damage from the tail slap. Now against Gideon, miss. I'm basically just going for a natural 20. And then against Jessup, who is no longer blinded, that's a miss with an 18.
Well, what's the total bonus? Because my AC is back to a 27 because I'm not blinded anymore, but I'm not.
Yeah, the attack was an 18.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Well, I'm at 27 by the way, so there you go.
The second claw is a 27.
Crap.
The tail is a natural 20.
Oh no!
The wing is a natural 20.
Stop it!
Actually, no, that would have been a confirm, wouldn't it? Darn.
Ha ha!
Well, okay, so the tail confirms, but the wing missed because the other roll was bad. And then the final wing hits. So 1 hit with the claw, critical with the tail, 1 hit with the wings, I believe.
It's gonna tickle.
So the claw will deal 14 points of damage.
Ow.
The tail will deal 16 points of damage. And the wing will deal 11 points of damage.
Ouchies.
And you are also bleeding, so remind me on your turn. That was all of them. We move to Kieran. Kieran, on the top of your turn, you take bleed. You take 8 points of bleed damage.
Okay.
And now you may do your turn.
All right. So I didn't realize that I was back to back with Oran. So I'm gonna 5-foot step and full attack his bat creature. And is it a knowledge nature to roll on these things?
Yeah, these would be knowledge nature.
Hey, real quick, Jason.
Yes.
That one, it gets 6 health points back. Josh noticed my strength had a bonus in it that it should not have.
Okay, it is at full HP. Noted.
That's fair. Yep.
Sorry, buddy.
That's fair.
Sorry,
I got to look at that. I'm
buddy.
like, why is there a bonus in there? Where'd this come from? Why is there a temp bonus?
I would know. I was just asking.
No. Hey, good call. So yeah, he'd get 6 HP back from my 3 hits.
What is your base? Is it 18?
No, it's 15. Is my base.
Okay. Gotcha.
Sounds like I should be asking that occasionally. Like, Jessup, what is your charisma?
18.
Carry on.
Okay. I'm going to full attack. So
Cool.
I guess everybody else just assumed they had their weapons out. I didn't, but I guess I'll just assume I had my weapon out because nobody else spent an action to draw it. So I will do, what is it? Glaive as primary, and then bite as secondary?
You're attacking Orans?
Yeah.
Then you don't want to get close to it if you're using your glaive.
Oh, that's right. You're right. So then I would attack it, and then I could step up to do the natural stuff. Okay.
Kieran's like, I want Oran to be flanked.
Yeah. All right. So
be flanked, Oran.
Be flanked.
But again, how does that work? I can do glaive and iterative glaive, and then bite and claw at -5.
You do all of your glaive attacks, and then you do your bite and your claw.
Okay. So first glaive attack is a 36.
Yep. That will potentially hit. Roll me two rolls of
93 and 6.
Okay. Yep.
Okay. So that's going to be 16 damage. So 14 physical, or 14 slashing, 2 acid.
Okay, so not all that goes through.
Okay. Second glaive attack is only a 27.
That'll miss.
First bite attack is a 19, and claw
Miss.
is a 24.
Miss.
Okay. So I'm right there.
Yes.
And that's my turn.
That brings us to Gideon, who is not bleeding, so carry on.
Cool. Does he know that his allies are bleeding?
Nope. You
Okay.
don't see anything. You don't know anything. You
All right.
Are you even here? You don't know.
He does know he's fighting, so he's going to go ahead and help his allies with an invocation of destruction as opposed to healing, because he doesn't know better.
All right.
He will cast defensively a level 3 spell, so let me roll concentration on that, which will be a 21.
DC 6 plus, 21.
He will cast Paragon Surge to give himself blind fight as he surges with ancestral powers. And then he will find his hidden strength to do a swift action attack.
Okay.
And no two-weapon fighting, yes heroism, Yes, courage, and that's it, right?
Yeah, because you're only making one attack.
And I will have blind fight for this though too, which is kind of cool.
Yeah, so you'll be able to roll twice on the concealment.
Mm-hmm.
24 will miss though.
Miss it anyway, but I'm set up for next turns.
That brings us to Oran, who will take 10 points of bleed damage, and you may do your turn.
Do we split the blood or no? It'd be weird for him to take part of my bleed damage.
No, I don't think bleed damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'd be
that's-
weird. I don't think that's how that works.
Presumably the damage is because you're losing
Right, blood. Yeah, yeah. It'd be very strange if he tapped. What?
It'd be a little
Gideon
Like-
gains the bleed.
like if it was a power like lifelink, then maybe you could argue,
right.
but I don't
Yeah.
think
Like,
that's
if you were to play it like 100% rules is written, probably, but like, logically speaking, you probably shouldn't have that.
from all wounds and attacks. I mean, it's a wound.
Well, it's the aftermath of a wound.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like it's self wound. Well, it is a wound, but you know what I mean.
I think it's weird. We're not gonna do it. I think it's weird that he would take bleed damage from me. I'm gonna.
I love how Justin just like, nope, that's weird. I don't accept any other rulings.
Yeah,
Nope.
it's weird. It's weird. That would be weird. I'm gonna.
So you're blinded now unless you do a swift action to do your final choosing.
No, I'm not gonna do that yet because I don't think I need to for this spell. I don't really need to see for this spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna use Dictum.
Okay.
Yeah, which has a 40-foot radius. There you go. Any non-lawful creature within the area of the Dictum spell suffers the following ill effects.
All right.
Oh,
So I
crap.
suppose depends on. Oh crap! I forget that some of you guys aren't lawful. Well, you might be out of it. You might be out of it. Are you okay? You might not be okay.
Range is 40 feet.
Oh,
Oh,
Sorry,
that's
Jessup.
amazing.
I forgot that you're not lawful. I'm so sorry.
Gideon's also not lawful.
What? How is
Yeah.
Gideon not lawful?
He's neutral good. Yeah.
Okay, well you guys are equal to me, so you're just deafened.
Yeah, so it's no save. Oh no, a successful will save does reduce. So what the heck is the none for? What's the none for?
Yeah, none or will negates. Oh, the will might be if it's one of the higher things. Yeah, the will is for the killed, I think. Yeah, will is only for killed. Or no. Sorry. The save is for whatever the condition is. So if they're equal to me, then they're not deafened. If they are under one caster level from me, it'll reduce the stagger effect to 1d4 rounds instead of 2d4 rounds. So I guess
Cool.
it depends on what their level is.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Okay. Oh my god, if these guys are lawful.
So with a 24, you cast this spell. It seems to have literally no effect whatsoever on these creatures.
Great.
Oh.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, don't throw y'all's will saves up. Maybe you'll pass. Who knows?
Wait, I threw it up.
You seem to have found a key component to their alignment, though.
Yeah.
They're lawful. That's weird.
Well, they're probably guarding something, maybe.
Oh, and that is a level 6 spell, so it is a 20 DC. So you both pass. So it negates. So it didn't affect you.
So that's your turn.
Well, that was useless. Did nothing. Yeah.
Nice.
I will have to remember that in the future, that you two are not lawful. Why do Kieran and I tolerate you? I tell you. Bunch of
That's-
rogues.
Brings us to Jessup. Jessup, you're bleeding, right? I think you're bleeding.
No.
You take 8 points of bleed damage.
Oh, darn it. Ah, I'm bleeding, for those who care to know. Let's see what to do here. Oran kind of messed up the plans.
Is it because I moved 5 feet?
He did.
I'm sorry. You could move 5 feet. You non-lawful rogue.
Oh, I guess first off, let's start with a knowledge check.
Yeah, that'll be a
And
knowledge
Jessup-
nature.
Jessup's going to use a nat 20 because I'm scared. So that puts me to a 36.
All right. So, with a 36, you do identify these creatures, and you get 2 pieces of information about them. Jessup, now that you still can't see them. You can sense them. You can't
Okay,
visually
roll
see them.
knowledge then? Or no?
I'll allow it, like, based off of, like, the general shape, maybe. But I'm going to reduce it to 1 piece of information. Because, again, you can't visually see them, so it should be a bit
Can I
harder.
use pieces of information to know that they're lawful?
What I would say is, like, you're judging from the shape, the way that they're attacking, and all of that stuff. You think that what you're fighting are known as Anko, and they are cloaked by wings of darkness and horrific skeleton, like alien appearances that seem to be burning from within. You know that they are, assuming that what you think they are is correct, they are lawful evil large fae with the extraplanar subtype. And you can get 1 piece of information about what these creatures are, like what they can do.
I guess, can you give me, like, immunities?
They don't have any, like, immunities, but they do have DR 10 cold iron as fae.
So they're any magic does everything to them.
Yeah, presumably, yeah.
Okay. Just for kind of shout that out and be like, Kieran, spells work. If you could say, Jessup will, poopsicles. What to do? Jessup's he's probably gonna try to heal himself because he's not feeling good. So I'm gonna do a cure serious wounds defensively. So I guess I'll roll
DC 21.
good to go.
Okay.
That's too high.
You're adding
Yeah, I'm adding a bunch of stuff there, but
+3. So everything except for the miscellaneous +3 is fine.
Okay, so 28 still not too shabby. And then that removes the bleed, correct? Until I get it again next round.
Yeah, so.
And then Jessup, he's actually going to drop performance. So it will linger for 2 rounds. And then he will 5-foot step back. And
Okay.
that'll be my turn.
That brings us to the Anko. The Anko is going to... This one is going to fly to be over behind Oran. So, like, it's going to be moving, like, around. So it will provoke from Kieran.
Okay, I will take it with mine glaive. 33
Okay.
and 80 and 96. So
Okay.
fail? Oh no, make it.
No, 1 to 50 is a fail.
I make it. Okay. So 20 damage, 15 slashing, 5 acid.
Okay. So it's going to move over behind Oran and take 1 attack.
Oh, I'm blinded again. Hang on.
Oh yeah, make sure that's on there. So we're going to do one of the claws. That's going to miss with a 22,
Oh,
I
yeah.
assume.
Yeah, that misses.
The other one's going to 5-foot step and full attack Kieran. That's a miss. That's a 28. It's a miss. 24 and a 27. So do the 27 and the 28 hit?
Yes.
Okay. So you take 10 points of damage from the claw, and you take 7 points of damage from the one of its wings. And that's that one. So the other one's going to full attack Gideon. Basically, I'm looking for a... Are you still blinded, Gideon?
No, because I have blind fight. Well, I am blinded, but I don't suffer the penalties.
Okay, so 31 will miss then.
It would have missed anyway.
Miss. Okay, so all those will miss, and then against Jessup, 26 is a miss, right? 27 is your AC? Yeah.
Correct.
That's lower. Natural 20 on the tail slap.
Man,
to
he's
confirm,
mean.
natural 1. I can't count how many times I've natural 1 to a confirmation. First wing is a 20, which will miss, and then a 28, which will hit and does not threaten. So the tail slap did crit. No, did not crit, but it hit you. So 7 points of damage from that. And then the wing hits you for 5 points of damage. That's all of their turns. That brings us to Kieran.
Okay. I had an idea and now I can't do my idea. I could do my idea. I could provoke. Oh, what's my bleed damage?
Oh, that is right. Pretty good. 9 points of bleed damage.
Okay. Kieran's going to provoke to move here.
Okay. That is a 32 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
So the claw will deal another 12 points of damage to you.
Okay. And then I will cast a lightning bolt at the 2 here and here.
Okay. Yep, that one's just within range of blind sense, so you know where he is.
So lightning bolt. DC 18 reflex. I imagine they're probably pretty dexterous.
Ooh, plus 18 reflex.
Oh, well.
So
Well,
28 and a 32. So yeah, they both.
barring no elemental resistances or immunities, they will potentially take 26 points of electricity damage.
Okay. This one disappears.
Oh, that's fortuitous. All right, that's my turn.
Okay. Brings us to Gideon.
All right, he's going to full round attack the dark space in front of him.
Okay.
Do we have haste?
No.
Okay. Same 2-weapon fighting then.
Way to make me feel bad.
I'm not making you feel bad. I was just asking.
Why are you healing yourself before you cast haste? It's the bard's job to take damage and then cast haste.
They all miss.
Cool. I love it. That brings us to Oran.
Hey, that's me. I'm still bleeding, by the way.
Oh, yes. Let me do that for you. Oh, you got lucky. Only 6 points bleed.
What's the rules with channel and excluding? I can exclude up to my modifier.
Up to your
Right.
charisma modifier, yes.
Okay.
But I think did you get a ring that increased that by 1 or no?
No, I have a
Okay, so-
malleable symbol, so I can change how it's
Yeah,
shaped.
up to your charisma modifier, you can exclude. Is the radius for the normal channel 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
So if you 5-foot stepped to this square, you'd only have to exclude 2 creatures, technically.
Right. Just because I could get Gideon and.
Yeah, you could get everybody except for the one down here, and as long as you could exclude the 2 of them, it would be that's one option.
I'd be able to exclude him.
Yeah, because he'd be out of your range.
Yeah, we'll do that, and then I'll just do a burst channel, like a normal burst channel.
Let's go ahead and roll your channel, and everybody can heal up a little bit.
Wow, that's average, middle of the road, a little on the low side.
I don't think you know what average is.
Close enough.
That's a lot of ones for average.
Come on, it's close
I'll
enough.
take it. I'll take it. Appreciate it.
I mean, if you don't want it,
You're gonna, yeah. Oran roll sense mode and realize that Jessup scoffed, and now he will be selected as for the channel.
channeling. I actually heal the one that's in front of Jessup. I don't.
Yes, screw you, Jessup. I didn't even hit that one. Joke's on you.
Everybody heals 19.
That's my turn. Yeah.
That brings us to Jessup.
All right, Jessup will keep performance maintained, or lingering. Sorry. And all right, Jessup will, I believe, 5-foot step here. Does that work with haste? With me with echolocation?
What?
Because I just want to make sure because I can use haste because I have to see them, but I'm just making sure echolocation works before I cast it.
Oh, you mean to target your allies? Oh, yeah,
Correct.
no, that's fine.
Okay, I just want to make sure. Yeah, I don't want to cast it and look like an idiot. So
I was like, how does haste interact with echolocation?
no, I just want to make sure that echolocation constitutes me being able to quote see my allies.
Yeah, you can target them. You have blind sight, so you know where they are. You just can't visually see them.
So haste it is. So Jessup cast haste. Everybody's gonna get that and move action. So I 5-foot stepped. Probably should have moved more. Whatever. Guess that's everything I can really do. I don't have a move action equivalent that I can think of, so I shall pass.
Okay, that brings us to the Onco. We're going to do something fun this round. Fun for me, at least. This Onco is going to fly over here, which will provoke from... Blind Fight lets you do
No.
attacks of opportunity. No? Okay, so he just moves over there. Actually, he moves over here. And let's have some fun. The Onco up here next to Oran reaches out its hand, and in this deepest of darkness, you guys can't see anything. Well, I guess some of you can see some things. Nothing color, though. For a brief moment, the world around you explodes into a rainbow of multicolored beams of light. And how about everybody roll me a d8?
Oh, I don't like that.
We got a 1, we got a 5, we got a 6,
We're all gonna go different places.
Okay, so let's do this. Let's do this one at a time here.
Taste the rainbow.
Gideon, you rolled a 1.
This is either good or bad.
Give me a reflex save.
Oh no.
All right. You take 10 points of fire damage.
Okay.
Let's see, Jessup.
Oh, that's it. Okay, I was waiting for the and.
Jessup, you rolled a 5.
That is correct.
Okay.
I don't like that sound.
That's a good
I
sound.
rolled the highest. I don't like this.
Give me. Oh no, yours is actually worse technically, isn't it? Okay, yeah. So we'll get there. Give me a fortitude save, Jessup. You're gonna love
that
it.
is my worst save.
You're gonna love it. It's
No,
gonna
I
be.
won't.
You're gonna be so happy.
23.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
I mean, that's not bad for Jessup because I only have an 8.
You are
but
gonna be really happy. Jessup, your body begins to grow stiff in
Oh.
a
Oh,
sickeningly
petrification.
familiar way as you were affected by flesh to stone.
No! I got hero off. Joke's on you, DM. Oh, crap.
At least he
Moving
didn't cast
on.
haste before he, was turned to stone.
Justin, this one's even better. But this is probably the only time where you got a good save for it. So give me a will save. You rolled a 6.
It's a spell or spell-like ability.
This is a spell-like ability.
So +2 to this.
36.
38.
38, you are able to shrug off this effect. And finally, we've got Kieran. You rolled
Okay.
a 4.
All right, so I have a feeling I know which one this is, and it's super ironic. It's so ironic for Kieran. Oh, so
Give
ironic.
me
It's a fortitude save, isn't it? Or is
I
it?
assume it has to be a fortitude save.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is probably. So, do we know if Gideon passed?
Surely I can't be reading this right.
No, it's true, Jason. You're reading it right.
Surely that
No,
can't
you're
be the
reading it
case.
right. It's a
This is
50-50
way
shot for
worse
me.
than the past two.
Yeah, this is
Yeah.
a natural 1. I die.
Oh my
Oh,
no! Jessup, saving finale real quick. Oh,
I
wait
can't-
a minute.
He's petrified!
Oh, wait
This
a
is
minute.
Did you just
way
instant die?
worse.
Yeah, yep. It's
Yeah.
a poison effect of prismatic spray. So, of course, with poison, Kieran, the instant effect is death.
What?
Yeah, so basically this is what happened.
No.
Gideon, you got hit by the red beam of prismatic spray, which does 20 points of fire damage, reflex half. Jessup got hit by the blue beam, which is flesh to stone, fortitude negates. Oran got hit by the indigo beam, which is insanity, will negates. And Kieran got hit by the green beam, which is poison, frequency once per round for 6 rounds. Initial effect is death. Secondary effect is 1 con per round.
And I think I still take the 1 con. Is it damage, I think?
I mean, you're
Yeah.
dead, do you?
Yeah, but if they bring me back, like I still come back with con
I mean,
damage.
we
It's
got
true.
2 blind people fighting with 1 turn, just turned stone, 1 died.
So I don't know if death means like my hit points go to my negative con, and then from there, like I could just go further into the negative.
A wonderful question.
Let's just assume
I think you
that.
just have the condition dead. A heal spell would bring you back.
I don't know if it would.
Well, that's what I'm trying to think. Is like trying to think which spells would work this.
Yeah, are you dead? Or are you just like you're actually dead, not
Yeah.
knocked unconscious, like you're full on dead.
Death is a condition, so.
Yeah, full on dead.
Huh.
Wow.
So I have to use either breath of life or resurrection to bring it back.
This is hilarious. Okay, this is hilarious. Somebody put a Reddit post up. Funny enough, Jason Bullman said they would look into it back in 2011. We're still waiting for an answer. And then he posted a forum post that Jason Bullman, director of game design, wrote. That is a bit odd. I am going to look into that and get back to you. I have a suspicion that the effect of that ray will need to change. Looks like it was left over from an earlier version of the poison mechanics. And that is it.
And that's all she wrote.
Thank you, Jason Bullman, for getting back to us 10 years ago. I feel like surely there's more to it than this.
I mean, the GM could always be nice and have that Jessup's effect took place after Kieran's effect.
I was lingering anyway. I can't.
Oh, you were lingering anyway? Never mind. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, so I'm going to say that you're just reduced to
Your negative con.
whatever your negative con is. And we'll go from there, which means potentially certain spells could bring you back, but
Breath of Life and others, but he would still take the Constitution damage.
yeah, you'll still be taking the Constitution damage, but
Because if it drops to 0, that's really bad.
yeah, so moving on. Kieran's dead, so we're going to skip his turn for now. Gideon.
But do I have to take the con stuff on my turn?
Yeah, why would you take a con damage if it goes to your negative con and
That's
kills
just
you?
his hit points. This is actual con damage, which would further lower his hit points, making it harder to bring him back. So roll me another fortitude save against this poison.
18.
Okay, you do take 1 con damage.
Okay.
Question. How long does antitoxin last? Did you have that? No. So, Gideon, it is your turn. You saw a brilliant flash of light, and
Oh, I did?
yeah,
Through the
I'm
deeper darkness?
I'm flavoring it that way because it's a 7th level spell. It doesn't have the light descriptor, so technically speaking, it wouldn't. But I think it sounds cooler if you're in deeper darkness and then there's like a burst of blinding prismatic light. I think it's cooler that way, so that's what happened.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to technically use that flavor to totally cheese a 5-foot step. I'll go
I
right
mean,
here.
okay.
Okay, cool.
It's fair.
All right, fair.
I mean, you'd have a perception check enough to probably figure that out anyways. But
Yeah, I would. And I'll attack into that square. Now hasted.
the 31 and the 35 will hit. Unfortunately, the 31 does no damage, and the 35 does no damage.
No damage?
Yeah, those were both with the mace, right? So yeah, that's going to be a 0 damage from you, my friend.
Because it's +1, yeah. All right, sounds like it's shield bashing time. that's my new only weapon now.
That brings us to Oran. You're totally blind, correct?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
But did he get to see with the beams of light that Kieran went down?
Roll me a spellcraft.
Okay. 26.
So you're able to identify that as a prismatic spray. You know that it was a prismatic spray. You're aware of the multitude of effects that it could happen. You don't know which ray hit whom, but for all you know, like, your allies could be anything from dead, petrified, taking a lot of damage, to be on another plane. You don't know.
Could be on another place.
So I guess I'll use the last instance of my ring.
Okay. You are able to determine that there are 3 Onko all in a line. Jessup is made of stone. Kieran seems to be on the ground, unconscious, possibly dead. His skin is a sickly pale green. Gideon looks perfectly fine. He's never been better.
All right. So in theory, I think I'll provoke, but could I move and then cast Breath of Life on Kieran? Okay. That's what we'll do.
You move over there. It does not provoke.
Oh, okay. And then I'll cast Breath of Life on Kieran.
All right.
So-
Roll your healing. See if it's enough. It definitely will be, but
35. That's a pretty good roll.
all right. And if I am not mistaken, Breath of Life does give 1 temporary negative level, or permanent negative level. Yeah, temporary negative level that lasts for 1 day. Okay.
Yes, it's a temp. Yeah.
So, Kieran, you do have 1 temporary negative level and 1 constitution damage, which doesn't really do anything at the moment, but you're Breath of Lifed. So that is Oran's turn. Top of the round, we go to Jessup. Oh, wait. Skipping over Jessup.
Ruthless.
That is so mean.
We come to the Onko, and I'm not going to be the worst person ever. I feel like I could be, but I'm not going to. Because surely these guys can't also do it, right?
That'd be messed up. Like, that they could all do it again and again and again. Like,
Yeah, do it.
This became a much more complicated.
Yeah,
I
do it.
want to say they can.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. Why not?
Do it.
This one here, who's out of everybody's range, is going to cast another prismatic spray. But since one of you is petrified, you don't have to worry about it because you're, petrified.
Oh, I want to see what I would have gotten. 3.
3? Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, now I could be petrified, except I have an amulet of proof against petrification.
Whoa, talk about prepared.
Right?
Oh.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shoot.
Oh no.
All right. So we've got 2. Oh my goodness. Jessup, good thing that you don't have to worry about this because this was you rolled the highest damaging spell. But 2 of you rolled 5s, so I need the 2 of you to roll fortitude saves.
It's fortitude for this one?
It is a fortitude save.
So I really do have a proof against petrification if it is petrification. I don't know what that does. I don't remember what it does because it's never come up.
Well, if you succeed, you won't have to worry about it. So Gideon, you succeeded, so you're good. Don't worry about it. You're fine.
It's a fort, so plus 2, 22.
22, yeah, you're going to need that proof against petrification.
I am staggered for 1d6 rounds.
Yes, but you are not petrified.
Roll a 1, baby.
Do you want me to roll or do you want to roll?
I'll roll it.
Okay.
Why not? Okay.
Wow.
Would have been less if I'd rolled it.
Guys.
Yeah, I think
So-
I'm gonna be bamfing out of here, guys. So
So Kieran rolled a 7.
Guys.
I don't know where I'm going.
So he got hit by the
but-
violet ray.
You can't
So-
leave the forest.
I need a will save.
Oh, no, guys.
Kieran.
28.
Oh.
AK.
28. You are not sent to another plane.
I was
Ah, thank goodness.
like only with a natural 18 because with my negative level, I also take a -1, so I had a +10 will save.
Oh no, you could have gotten on way better than a natural 18. It's not that high of an DC.
No, but I'm just saying, like, my odds were not great. Like, my fortitude save is higher, and I failed that.
Oh, really? I thought your will was your highest, so I felt confident about this.
My base will is higher, but my con is a 4 versus my wisdom, which is a 0. So my fortitude is higher.
That's right. Well, this one's going to full attack Gideon. He'll save his thing for another round. So that's I have to roll a natural 20 to hit you anyways, so I'm just going to roll a bunch of times and see if I roll a natural 20 on any of these, and I don't think I'm going to. Nope. This one is going to move up and make 1 attack against Oran. Natural 1's going to miss. Kieran, it's your turn. You're not on another plane, and I need a fortitude save against poison, but other than that...
17.
Okay, so you do take another con damage, which will actually cause the modifier to...
So I go unconscious again.
Why is my question.
Because don't I lose my hit dice and current hit points?
Yes, but why are you that low?
Because I was at 12. My negative
But
level.
Why were you at 12?
Because I was at -18.
Yes.
I took 35 or something.
Yes. Yes, that should have brought you to 17.
Yeah, but then when at my negative level, I lost 5 hit points.
Um,
And then with that,
Yeah.
with that con going down, I'm now at -2.
I forgot that the negative level dropped you by 5. I was like, you're at 17, so you should still be at 3 hit points.
Yeah, nope.
But, no, that is correct.
back down.
You do go unconscious. Gideon, you're up, buddy.
This isn't the best.
It could be worse.
We're going to, instead of 2-weapon fighting, we're going to go ahead and, can I 2-hand a heavy steel shield? Is that possible?
I mean, there's
Just
technically no reason not. You just have to drop your mace.
Yeah, he's going to drop Enduring Bloom and take up the heavy steel shield and just wail on him with that thing,
Yep.
baby.
You don't get 2-weapon fighting anymore, but you can full attack with it. So
I can full attack with it, and I've got haste. So,
So you
I'll
can make a bunch of attacks with your shield.
the end goal for Gideon, by the way, is for him to be a dual shielded fighter at level 20.
32 will hit, 22 will miss, 38 will hit.
Okay, and so now I need to roll my miss chances, yeah?
That is correct, but you get to roll twice because you got the fighting
Yep,
of
so-
blindness.
So we'll do 2 for the first. So I get
You're
it.
good. One of those was above 50.
Yep, and then 2 for the second.
And
Misses.
those were both 43. Wow.
Yeah.
So one of those does hit.
11 points of damage.
I don't think that one took damage yet, has it? Because that was going up against Jessup. I don't think Jessup managed to hit that yet. Correct?
That's correct, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that one's still up. That brings us to Oran. Oran, you know that Kieran came up and he was good, but you can see that the sickly green pale sickness in his skin is growing fiercer and he goes unconscious again.
Can you even see?
Oh, that's right. You hear him collapse next to you.
I'm gonna channel.
All right.
Because I can't kill this thing, basically, because I can't see it.
Do you channel in a radius or do you do a directed channel? Because I don't think you can see this thing to not target it. You do? I assume you have to see it to exclude it?
That's a good question. I don't know. I mean, listen, we don't have to get that technical. I can just turn around and literally do a 30-foot cone the opposite.
Yeah, that's what I was curious about.
Towards him. Yeah, I could just do that and it would be fine. So, but I am curious to know in the future, do I have to see it in order to be able to exclude
the feat
it?
says target, so I believe so, yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
What
15.
a terrible roll. 4 1s? Really?
So
2 3s. I mean, yeah,
and
that
2
was just,
3s.
that's just
oh my
bad.
gosh.
That
and
was
you do
just
get
bad.
13 hit points though, so that's good, It's cool.
13?
15. You're at 13. Sorry, wrong numbers in my head. You can move. Yes.
No, I'm good. I'm good, fam. I'm gonna stay where I'm at.
Well,
Brings us
we're doing
to
okay.
Yeah, it's going swimmingly.
Mr. Statue. Skipping over Mr. Statue to the Onko again. This one's gonna full attack. This one. So if he 5-foot steps. Oh, he'll have to move in order to get it so that the cone can get all of you again. So he's gonna move, which will provoke from Gideon.
My Fitbit has informed me that I am stressed.
What?
Funny, mine says I'm resting. I'm so low.
Sarah's like, I'm low-key okay
Not
with
a
dying.
care in the world.
It's definitely not great.
I don't have one of those because it would probably tell me I'm having a heart attack every minute. So
I can't believe he got petrified again.
it's just like I got echolocation. I was like, no, I can't be blinded, and then I just don't anyway. No,
I didn't even see it coming in this forest. Like, didn't
No,
expect
that's
it.
not what I was planning for.
Actually, never mind. I've been reading through this text. I have a whole paragraph. I've been trying to get confirmation on whether they can or cannot do this. I don't think they can, actually.
Oh, okay.
It's
Do
nested in the least findable place in this paragraph, but it does say cannot use the spell-like abilities except for, and then it lists them off, and it does not list prismatic spray. So I think actually we're good. So the last time, the only thing that happened was nothing, actually, because you all passed. So we don't have to retcon that necessarily. He just wasted his turn, technically. This one can't do it, I guess. So in that case, they'll all just full attack.
So the first one could, but the others can't?
The first one could, the other ones cannot.
They're copies. We know that for metagame, but we don't know that in-game.
I didn't know that.
Oh, well.
So
I knew that metagame.
Fair.
that is a 31 and a 28 against Oran. Do either of those hit?
I think the 31 does. Yeah, the 31 does.
Okay, so you take 10 points of damage, but that's all that one can do. One of them had to move up to Gideon and misses. The other one full attacks Gideon, but it's probably going to miss because they have to roll a natural 20. What do you say?
Gideon, I need you to take the 5 of that for me there, bud.
Oh, yeah, sure.
So that's the Onko's turns. Kieran, you are going to give me a fortitude save, but you are conscious.
Fortitude 14.
Okay, you take one more con damage, but again, that's not enough to have you go down.
Next turn, I'll go down.
Yeah, if you don't do something about your health, yes.
Well,
Another channel.
I'm gonna fire off a Dragon's Breath spell at the one right next to Oran. So that's a reflex save, DC 19, which he'll most likely pass.
Natural 1, actually.
Oh.
Which would give it a 19, but
I think it still fails on a natural 1.
no,
right?
yeah, it still fails on a natural 1, but technically it hit the DC. It just,
Okay.
Still fails.
Well, It's 38 points of acid damage.
Okay.
Hopefully it's not immune to acid, because that would be sad.
I mean, you can't see it, but like you can hear it screech out and whatnot. It seems like, it happened. So.
Okay. And then I'm going to quickened magic missile at it. So another 14. I
target it.
I have blind sense.
Sense. Because blind sense gives you a general direction. Can you still target with just that?
I don't see why not.
I don't think you can.
Don't worry about it. Just take it back. It's not worth it. So just...
I believe, blind sight, you can basically see the creature. Blind sense, you know where it is, but you can't target it with target spells. You just know the square. So if magic missile lets you just target a square, then you're fine. But if you have to actually target the creature, then no.
Nope, it's fine. Just take it back. That'll be my turn then.
Okay. Gideon. There's 2 of them there.
Yeah, I'll just do the one that flew up to him.
Okay.
And yeah, he's just gonna beat on it with the heavy steel shield. Just boom, boom, boom.
Okay.
I knew I built this character for a reason. Bam, bam, bam.
Yeah, the reason was that you'd miss most of your attacks. The 32 will hit.
Thanks. Thanks, DM. Thanks.
14 points of damage will actually put that one down.
Nice. Let's go. Beast mode engage.
We still haven't killed the real one?
Nope.
No, you guys are doing great up there. You guys are doing just fine. Don't worry. I got Jessup. He's fine. Don't you worry.
Oran, it is your turn.
He's not going anywhere.
Yeah, he's fine with me.
I hate all you.
I guess we will channel again so that Kieran hopefully doesn't die when he fails his next fortitude save. Running out of channels. It's going to be a rough day tomorrow.
Roll more than 19. There you go.
There you go.
Opposites. There we go.
That's what we're looking for. 35 will
Do I still get the heal even with me?
No, because it's pointed only at Kieran.
Oh,
yeah,
that one.
he has to do that to avoid the other guys.
Yeah.
So that brings us to Mr. Skip. Onko. They're going to both full attack because this guy can only do prismatic spray once per day and circle of death. You're all too high level to die from that. So let's say 32 to hit. It's a miss. It's a miss. It's a miss. It's a miss. So does the 32 hit?
Yes.
Okay, you take 9. Well, you take 5 damage and Gideon takes 4.
Okay.
You know, you're going to be the only reason I die here, Oran.
33 against Gideon?
No.
So none of those hits. Brings us to Kieran. Fortitude save, if you please.
Come on, Kieran.
Fortitude save. 12. Natural 1.
Wow, my God.
I just...
Poison is actually your bane.
Yeah.
So you take another con damage, which drops your HP, but you're still alive, so you can do your turn if you'd like to. I mean, you don't have to, but it's up to you.
Okay, I will do my breath weapon attack. It's my spell-like ability. So I'll do one of those. That is a DC 22.
Yeah, this time it did not roll a natural 1, so that's pass.
All right, 47 divided by 2 is what, 23? 23 electricity.
Anything else you want to
Nope.
stand up?
You've told me I can't do anything else, so I'm just going to keep laying down.
You can move action to stand up if you want.
I'm probably just going to go back down so it's closer to the ground to just stay on the ground.
Okay, moving on to Gideon.
Well, you know, he'll just keep attacking.
You're going to try.
Just the first one. I don't know why it's double clicking. Just the
So the
first
35 will hit, the 18 will miss, and then you have a hasted attack. However, the 11 damage is actually enough to put that one down.
one. I got to roll.
Oh, that's right. You might not put it down. You don't. Little loser. He's back. He's back, baby.
I'm pretty proud of the blind fight, but man, I did not get as much mileage out of it as I was hoping for.
That brings us to Oran.
This is going swimmingly, guys.
I'm having a great time. I just feel bad for Kieran
But not Jessup.
and Jet.
Screw you guys! Okay. All right. Oh, you got your haste, so nobody needs the Jessup. Hopefully, you guys even spot courage turned off.
Yeah, you guys
Oh,
would
yeah.
have won by now if you had that.
Oh yeah, I gotta turn that off. That's stun lingering, isn't
Oh,
it?
you
You're serious? It was
cheater.
done lingering like 3 rounds ago.
cheater.
Yeah.
I should
well,
bring the other one back.
Yeah, go for it. It's fine.
What you doing, Oran? You gonna cast Dictum again?
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Dictum again.
Yeah.
I can swing at the thing in front of me, right? Like, because I know it's there.
Yeah, you can. It'll be 50% miss chance, but
Yeah. And reduce damage. Okay. Well, let's see what happens. Why not? We have haste now, yes?
yes.
And you have a destruction invocation.
Oh, well, let me turn that on. Forgot about that. Hiya!
The first 2 might hit, so roll a 50% miss chance on both of those.
Come on, higher than 50.
Nope.
Neither.
Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, moving on to the Onco. Let's just get these attacks out of the way. 31, does that hit? 31 and 33, do either of those hit, Oran?
Yes, both.
Okay, all the others miss. They hit a lot on the ones that don't do bleed damage. That's 10 damage and 12 damage, so 5 and 6. So you both take 11, basically.
Take 11.
Yep, and against Gideon... Nope. So Kieran, you're up again. Fortitude save.
Okay.
Have you taken 4 total con damage?
Yeah, this is my 5th.
Okay. Yeah, the poison only lasts for 6 rounds, so this is the last of the poison. But you took all 5 of the con damage from it.
Nice. Perfect.
It's your turn.
I will do a lightning bolt.
Cool. Do it.
So potentially 25
He needs to
electricity
save.
damage.
Come on, that one.
That's a 30 to save.
25.
So 25? Okay. Good.
It's got 1 HP. He's trucking.
This is crap.
He's got not a lot, that's for sure.
Can I? Oh, no, I probably can't. 5-foot crawl.
I think it's a full round action to crawl.
Oh, okay.
Gideon. Those'll miss. That'll miss. Oran.
Guess I'll swing for the fences again. Come on, big numbers.
1 potential hit. So just 1. So just roll 1d100. 1 to 50 is a miss.
Hey,
94, that will hit.
17.
You're not doing any special cold iron damage. So 10 of that will be reduced. But that is
7.
actually enough to put it down.
Yes, die.
Yes.
And
when the
my question
mothership
is,
dies, the shadows die.
if the true Onko is slain, is rendered unconscious, or is ever more than 120 feet away from a shadow double, duplicates instantly vanish.
Nice. The
However, because
mothership
it was
trope.
killed before it could dismiss the deeper darkness will remain for the next 149 minutes. And that is where we will end off this session.